doing, people? Welcome to our newest episode of the Damaged Goods. You know who we are. We're doing our thing. Let's get right in it with a recap of last session. Ooh, I gotta get my mind oriented. Okay, so last we left off, our adventurers in less than comfortable lodgings at the Cat's Catch, helmed by Warlord Mithraka, the Rakshasa you had met prior. A tense conversation ensued. Nuanen, having used a ability that is very new to her, recovered some information that needed you guys to discuss. And midway through the conversation, you heard a knock at the door. Welcomed tensely to Vander, who sealed off the room, made sure no prying ears or eyes were watching, so you guys could let loose some information you had been hiding. On the docket, there was a few things. One, an unknown guile had been keeping tabs on you all, particularly this born of celestial make, you and Vander, and had noticed that there was a sensor. Booba!
Beans. Sorry.
Noticed that there had been a sensor that appeared over your heads in the dead of night. One that you had semi-recognized before. A fit of gnat-like flies.
Unnatural.
Number two, that there was some more information to be gleaned than just what Mithraka had told you. That you were to meet after the transportation devices were acquired at a fort called Fort Firespit. There you would rendezvous or gain the favor of a, what are they called, Marengoths? I don't know. It's not a Marengoth. It is...
Marinella?
Let me find it. It's in here somewhere. A plier of the river Styx by the name of Huala. And I feel like there was some other information. Yes, there was. I definitely know and recall the other information. It is that
We were able to procure additional fuel sources from the Sazerac Gorge.
hold your ponies. So there was something else that you'll have to watch to really get involved with, and it will come to me in a little bit later through my various notes. However, with this information and everything off of your chests, it was advised by Vander to keep your wits about you and to not trust what might be given to you in dreams, particularly you. After that, you had a night of sleep on your grotesque duvets and woke up in the morning with a task to do. There was a sect of your group that was planning on going to the bazaar outside the front of the Cat's Catch to acquire materials for whatever excursion you were going to do. But the main letter of the day was, how do we get fuel for these transportation devices? You thought, yes, soul coins. The currency of this realm, but also a major proponent of getting you guys to where you need to go, as they do serve as fuel. You guys managed to make it to the arm, I guess it's like a, what am I trying to think of?
Garage.
Yeah, it's like a hangar.
A big hangar. Yeah.
Carved out of stone behind a guarded doorway, whose password you required. You met with a few colorful characters. An imp who was at best mean, a spine devil who was relatively chill and let you know was having a Bulgura whose scents were dictated by this imp. They showed you the transportation devices you were given, which was a demon grinder as well as 2 hell rides for your group. And you saw fit, I'm looking at you,
What? Yeah.
to
All of us.
to jettison into negotiation to try and get a better fit. It did not go well.
It's true.
It was rather heated, less than just trustful. A deal was set on the table that would claim your very soul. You thought that maybe that wasn't the deal for you. And so the book was closed, and you accept the transportation devices you were given. Not before you're going to take some time, you, Sphinxer, and Didactar's protege, your sentient item, to outfit your vehicle for this next leg of the journey. Not while you guys gathered information, crucial information as to where to find these soul coins. One, Vithraka himself had said that there was a warlord party by the name of the Urgashi, who is kind of a thorn in his side, would like to be dealt with. Do with that what you will. However, the Bone Devil did inform you there's a couple other places you might want to look into. One, there is a crag called Sazrakak's Gorge, which housed a creature of legend who supposedly has amassed a wealth of items that have fallen into this gorge. His power is not to be known, but could serve you well. Another is that there is some local hell wasps' nests that could be great for clearing. Sometimes the individuals they carry into them, primarily celestials, have with them lots of items, soul coins included. And number 3, there is a lake just off to the northeast, I believe. It's in your notes.
Northeast is the gorge.
This is one of them.
The other northeast.
Filled with demon ichor, whose
The Black Lake.
whose basin has been slowly draining, and if you were to give it that last little push, possibly draining the whole thing, you might be able to scour the bottom for what lay at the base of the lake.
That might be the easiest, honestly.
See, you think that, but it sounds real mucky.
I could push something over.
But leaving your friends to do his upgrades, the rest of you, while you are taking the time to do this, we're headed out of the armory. So, we have, I asked you last session to provide some upgrade ideas that you want to work on. It's you, Sphinxer, and Didactar. You can let Sphinxer do his own thing, or you can guide him in something, but what's your plan?
I think the first thing I'm going to do is upgrade the armor.
Okay.
And I'm going to upgrade it to Gilded Death Armor.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's kind of cute. It's, it's this. It gives resistance to non-magical attacks. The next thing I'll probably do is I would like to try to increase its speed by 20. That way the only thing I can keep up with us is the motorcycles. And has anybody got any ideas? It has a giant wrecking ball, 2 harpoon guns, and it has a meat grinder on the front.
Catapult?
I thought about making the...
Can you make the harpoons themselves magical or explosive in any way?
What about, like, little
It would be like
We
one-time
have-
use things, but
big things? What about, like, ball bearings from some of the undercarriage or caltrops? Caltropes?
Could go in water.
it can't go in water.
Oh.
Do the tires have really good grips?
So the first one was the
Make it
armor. The
drive
second
in
one
water.
was speed, right?
What's that?
The second one you wanted to give it a bit more speed, right?
20
yeah,
feet.
20 extra.
20 extra feet would be great.
Okay, and then what was the last one?
There's a small discussion going on about the last one.
Is it possible to convert the wrecking ball into a grapple claw?
You can pull back.
Well, we could add ropes to the harpoons.
We can add a whole lot of things to that.
Yeah. What do you think, Sphinxer?
I mean, I have a whole, it'd be a
about
one-time
the
use,
battery?
but I have a few sticky bombs.
Sticky bombs?
Yeah, if it hit on impact, breaks the glass. Goes boom.
It's another, just, it almost seems like you could just throw them at your enemy.
You can.
I mean, they're bombs, right? You just chuck them at them.
I've got enough to throw. Yeah, it's a stick. I could do that, or we could come up with something else. It doesn't
I
seem
think you were
spiky
onto
enough.
something with the catapult idea.
There's like catapult, battering ram.
Because what if we just What if we
Hot
just
water.
Trips to go over
remade?
different terrain.
Boiling water.
There's a lot of ideas going around here.
You know what? I'll go.
Crane.
I think if we convert the crane with the wrecking ball into a catapult and lengthen the chain, then we got something there.
There's a lot of fixes, which is just one of the.
Yeah, I think we got it.
We can make the chain longer.
Can we make it so that we can throw the ball? Because we don't want to just drag the ball around.
We could use centrifugal force. We could have it spin rapidly and shoot it further.
Think shock push.
What about having
Like
spikes
a
on the
round
sides so that if anyone
to
tries to
spin.
like board us or come too close, rips apart their vehicle?
Ooh, spikes on the tire.
I like
That
spikes on
seems-
the tire.
That seems
Spikes
simple.
on the tire.
Let's add.
I mean,
Let's
quite
add.
frankly, making
Bombs on the
tires
tire.
all terrain and putting spikes where the
elastic.
spoke
That's
where
plan
the
Z.
spokes would be.
I think I look at it and it looks like the wheels look like they're blades
Oh.
already.
Alright.
Well, they're not their outward.
That'll do.
blades.
I'm an idea guy, not an observation guy. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Well, I could also in Mad Max those poles where they like swing it around and they go in for attacks.
Mm.
You could stand on one of the poles. And,
You mean a halberd?
no, like in the Mad Max movie where there's the flexible
I get
poles
you.
I
that go
kind
back
of
and
I know
forth.
what you're
prefer
talking
like
about.
a
We
seat
didn't
at the
have
top
that
of
in
the vehicle
Neverwinter.
that I can see a full 360 around the vehicle to provide air support.
Maybe in a little blast bubble.
Do you have a copy of that tome, Mad Max?
I have a graphic scroll actually.
The Max of Mad. The Max of Mad.
Max of Mad.
I've never read this.
I am gonna go, I think, with the blade idea, and the whole idea is that if anything runs into me or gets within like 5 feet of me, they take damage.
Yeah.
And when I crash into things, it does more damage to the thing.
I'll say with it, I would say because crashing into things is already a part of these vehicles, that you could add extra damage to the crashing into things.
And we're doing this to the 3 vehicles. Are we doing this to the
This
huge
is the
quad
big
mouth
boy,
bus?
I think.
We're just doing it to the huge cloud mouth bus.
Okay.
The
okay,
other
so-
2 motorcycles are like.
So Gilded Death Armor. Technically, it does require gold from the 3rd layer to like make it happen.
I'll make it in
How
my
much?
own.
I would love some visual and literary cafoofulas to
Okay.
make this a little more right in my mind.
I mean, I could inscribe some infernal runes for summoning onto the gold that you're using.
Careful.
Okay, so I think I got some stuff that I could use. Just gonna look real quick. There's a lot of things.
I did war very differently back in the day.
Just kind of like charged in.
No.
I mean, it's basically the same
Not always.
principle. We're going to
Jar
decimate
hit
our
feet.
enemies with brute force.
I always rode a horse.
Large
This is
sailing
nothing
hat
new
with
to the
red
terrain.
plumage.
Guerrilla tactics.
In walls.
Unless there was an open space, but
Guerrilla tactic?
guerrilla
Ooh.
tactics, like in Vietnam,
Using
like
guerrilla-
like hiding, using the
makes more
terrain,
sense. No.
hiding
Yeah,
things
that makes
around.
more sense.
What if I
traps.
I have a bunch of displacer beast hides. Could I upgrade the armor so that the whole
Hell
vehicle
yeah,
is-
why not?
is
That
just
sounds
blurry?
great. Okay, that's great. I'm gonna keep that. Perfect. Oh no.
So per round, we get the
I'll give-
attackers
I'll
get
give you the benefit
disadvantage.
of the Gilded Death Armor.
On
if
their
you use
first,
display.
they have to
Oh.
hit. So
Hi.
if they don't hit, they have disadvantage on the next attack as well.
So I will give you the benefit of the Gilded Death Armor if you use the Displacer beside situation.
Instead of actually just using the displacer beast thing, where it's like disadvantage on the first attack.
Yeah.
Which would you prefer? Would you prefer to have disadvantage
Honestly,
and still
it-
take damage normally from everybody, or just take the reduced damage for non-magical?
Well, what can you
I'm
make?
like partially leaning towards the whole like
Displacer beast.
blurry vehicle thing. I think that's kind of cool.
Kind of like my
Is
club.
it-
The rain
It's
is
like my
quickly
club,
leaving
right?
my
Like
hand.
it looks like they get disadvantage when
Wait.
hitting
So
us. Yeah.
do you not want to do what you're doing before? 'Cause that's an actual upgrade that's like available. that
Wow.
is able to not be balanced.
Oh, I was thinking just a cloak of displacement, but on
For
the
the
vehicle.
vehicle.
So the rules are already there to use for it.
Right.
Can it dig?
No,
Ooh.
that's an extensive upgrade. I
That
don't
is
got time for that.
that is an immense upgrade.
Okay, on a scale of like 1 to 10, how much do you want this?
A 7.
Okay, cool. We're gonna roll for it.
I'll provide assistance on
First
that.
roll.
You're not doing that.
I got plenty of.
I
This is
like-
happening after hours.
I feel like
And
I'm
you're
Damn
fucking gone. Okay, this, because if
Spencer
you are
would be
creating
there.
a magical thing, is going to be an arcana check. Yeah, it's just going to be an arcana check. I will say
Can
the
I
other
ask-
2 helpers are.
Does Fixer have better Arcana than me?
You don't know. He's busy putting spikes on the tires.
I will assist with anything that is
And
like
Dinactar is
physi-
currently
you can
working
physically work on.
underneath the car, trying to augment its speed.
Are you sure you don't want to make it a tool check?
I'm sure. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I think the real question here is how much for cup holders.
Yeah. What are the seats like?
There's no cups in
Can we
hell.
put
It's
a-
uncomfortable.
You know,
You gotta
honestly,
use your hands.
honestly, what we
Every-
really need in this thing, we
every
need a
jar
bass
leaks.
system. Can we just put
wondering.
a bitchin' sound
Cannon.
system in that shit?
Can I have inspiration?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
What did you
Yes,
ask
you
for?
absolutely can.
What did you ask for?
I said
All the cups leak. Every cup.
cup in hell leaks.
Oh no.
Whatever.
You gotta slam it fast.
Can we have a bitchin' sound system in this thing?
No,
No.
it's bad. It's
The
also
sound
bad.
is grinding as you go.
We're loud already.
And also the
Can't it
subtle
at
scream
least
of
be
the
the
engine.
screaming of souls?
You have one in particular,
Oh,
the one
okay.
that's fueling your day's ride.
Oh, a stealthy thing that we could have an upgrade, making it quiet. Ride silent.
I don't think this is gonna be
Wait,
a
so
thing.
how many dice you roll in there?
2.
Okay. Do you get advantage just normally?
No, I have Dinactar helping me.
No, do not, because he is currently working.
What is he working?
He's working on the speed. There's
Yeah.
3 people doing 3 different things.
Can I help him in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, but
Cannot.
wouldn't it be the same
Yeah, I'm just
if
gonna
he
share.
halved my time and then I halved his time?
You guys have a limited amount of time. Do
I-
you want 2 things or not?
Make a choice, little
Yeah, I was
tree.
gonna say we're
Make
gonna
a
have to choose
choice.
between the displacer cloak or the speed at this
You got
point.
this. Oh shit. Oh.
Let's hear that nat one.
You got your flash of genius.
Let's hear that
You
nat
need it.
one.
Ugh.
Don't use them all up, bud.
Oh boy.
I just realized I don't have my camera.
Can I make it more than that?
That would be nice.
A 16?
16. Is that your final answer?
Can I roll again? Can someone help me like I wanted?
Okay.
Does it involve a speed of strength?
Yeah, I was like,
So-
yeah,
I mean,
maybe
Nuanen
maybe I
has
can't
to.
do
You know,
anything.
if you've ever put a rag top on a Jeep, you know the first time you put it on, you have to stretch the
Yeah.
fuck out of that hide.
Well, I was gonna
All I can
So
apply
say
it
it.
really does require a physical feat of strength.
I can only physically help you build this. That's all
Okay.
I can do.
Is this the application
And
of it, or
blacksmith,
just to
I can
see
do
if I
that
can
too.
do it?
Wooden blacksmith.
This is the full roll for the whole thing. But
Arcana's
here's
not
the
good.
thing. The roll was whether or not you succeeded or failed, and it was a straight up fail, half success to success. The half success option, which you did achieve, was that instead of the 20 feet of movement, you will only get an additional 10. But Dinactar has to help you at the end to achieve the benefit of the displacer via shield option. So you are able to do it. It does require Dinactar's help. You are only able to get 10 extra feet on the demon grinder, and while it's moving, any creature deciding to attack it has disadvantage on the attack roll.
Until
It's
hit for
until
the
you get
first
hit.
time of the round.
Yes.
Is that
Okay.
only while it's moving?
I would say it's
If it was sitting still.
It's consuming.
Yeah.
Well, it's consuming a soul.
Because technically it gets a bunch of debuffs while it's not moving already, but...
Yeah, I would say while it's moving.
Okay.
Cause it's fucking. This thing is huge as hell.
And this is only the
Alright.
Death Grinder
Demon
cart.
grinder.
Demon Grinder cart. When you truck.
So
it's
basically...
it's like a
Four-wheeler?
big.
Clawed mouth bus.
It's like a bus. Yeah.
That's what I have
It's like
So
a
you
big
said there's a
bus.
meat grinder on the front of it. So if I like had a stone golem, could I have a stone golem throw enemies into the meat grinder?
I don't know. You can try.
Yeah.
Let's get this bitch on the road, huh?
Hell, also
Okay,
things to the meat
so
grinder.
that happened. Spixer is making terrifying wheels. Is that what's going on?
Yep.
Spikes.
Yeah, just
baby.
spikes in general.
Okay.
I'd love if things took damage when they were just close by.
Okay, this is going to determine how many extra
Come on, Spixie.
damage.
Oh, Spixie, baby.
How many extra damage that does. Give me just one second.
You just roll a d6 to determine how many extra d10s it is.
I mean, if it's not magical damage, I would imagine it's just based
It's
off
all-
of
it's all
Spixer's
magical.
tinkering.
Babies, we in hell. We don't
All
know
attacks
what kind of ghoulish
by
things
the
it
demon
does.
grinder are magical. It's a magical beast.
It's a beast.
Sometimes just hush, bud.
Oh my. Oh my.
It's super magic.
Ooh. Does
This
it
is
have a
adding.
name?
This is adding to its crushing wheels, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. I will say, with how low his roll was, you get an additional 1d10, bring it up to
Aw.
5d10.
Fuck.
These crushing wheels. Be sure to note that.
Okay. So,
Holy shit.
if the creatures are prone and I run them over, they take 10d10.
Yeah, because it's double.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if they're
10d10
prone.
if they're-
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so to recap, over the next, like, let's say 4 hours, because half a day, we're giving you fast stuff, you're able to achieve the armor upgrade, the speed of +10, and the extra d10 to your damage and crushing wheels.
Okay.
And that's what you're working on.
Cool.
The rest of you are doing what?
Well, I believe our intent was to go up to our fearless leader
You can help Spixer.
That's not
and kind of give him the lowdown of what available tasks there are to earn gold other than going and fighting this Knoll boss.
Amendment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, oh good.
Because see, that was what we were sent down to do, was to inspect the vehicles. We do have our two best tinkerers on it,
So they're making
along
noise.
with some muscular support. And
Was it?
hopefully they'll be able to attain at least some improvement to the vehicles that we saw. They absolutely were not the best of the lot. However,
We have
the
magical.
imp in charge of the garage was lax to provide us with additional options without the offer of one's soul.
But on that note, we did find some other opportunities. For
That's true.
soul
There appears
coin.
to be a creature amassing soul coins at the bottom of the Sazerac Gorge. The Black Lake is beginning to drain itself, and an additional
Drudge that.
push could potentially allow us the opportunity to drudge it for soul coins.
Or my personal favorite, Celestials keep getting by hornets down here. So we should check on that. They might have pockets full of goodies, magical goodies, soul coins.
Options.
Yes.
Whatever seems the most or
We
least
could add
dangerous.
potentially least risk to the group, split into three and attempt to attain each of the other
That
options.
is not a bad idea. However,
Or
I
as
believe
a
it's probably wise for the rest of the group to be here before we make the
yes,
final.
or as a collective attack the gnolls.
I feel like we strike as one, we strike harder, faster, and
At greater, potentially greater personal risk.
Risk is an important factor. Were we to take on something Mithraka himself can't handle, there's a higher probability that we will be overrun.
Can't, or does he choose not to?
It is important to keep our eye on the goal. We need simply fuel. So, if we can get that without risking our lives, like be wise.
Does Candlekeep have, excuse me, this seems improper, like a soul
I don't speak for Candlekeep.
No, do we have funds on this trip? Perhaps we were allotted like a certain amount of soul coins, or perhaps the library, we can just borrow some and then the library can...
To put it easily, the acquisition of soul coins and material plane can be a quite complex process.
Sure.
There is a rather lascivious market for them, and it is hard to come by them. And when you do, it requires a lot more platinum than our generous benefactors are willing to shell out. We were hoping we could find something here, although walking into this situation, we didn't know even what Mithraka would offer us.
Yes.
Seems a small price to pay.
We could research the options, ask around, try to gather more info that way.
I love where your head is at.
It's not a bad idea. I see the
Bander's
lowest
with us,
potential risk to the group potentially being splitting up and attending to these secondary options separately.
I say...
However,
If you have confidence in your group, then perhaps you could go accomplish one of the lesser projects, and we could go to a larger one.
Which one would you feel comfortable attempting?
It depends. To look them over.
And this entire time, I'm like reading him up and down. Every tail twitch, every slight like shoulder. I just want to know what if he's putting on a guise of like, oh, this one would be the easiest, but it's like not, and he's trying to make us do it.
Hellwasps are a nasty thing. May not be wise to go in there with such a small group. This creature at the bottom of Sizrakak's Gorge. There's not a lot known about it. It worries me. If it's been collecting or amassing creatures or items, it could be quite powerful.
Could be a lot there.
Who should know?
or could simply be an opportunist.
The element of surprise, where is it there? The easiest would be to drain the lake.
Drain the lake.
The only creatures that would want to be by the Lake of Echo would be demons tainted themselves, abyssal chickens.
Riffraff.
Well,
But
you'd hope.
The potential for stronger and more cunning folk also
Possibly.
exist.
But there might be less there. I mean, who's to say that there's any treasure at the bottom at all?
No creatures can exist within the Ichor itself.
That might be the easiest for your team to take on.
As he says that, do I sense any covered intentions? Any secret desire?
Roll into an insight check.
Yeah, I'm so bad at this, but I love it. 21.
He is weighing the options very carefully, and his logic makes sense. From a strictly, analytical standpoint, he's trying to find the best fit for everyone to keep everyone safe.
Do I know that hell wasps would pose a greater challenge for someone of celestial lineage such as myself?
Roll a nature check.
Nature? Nature? I don't know why I chose a actual dice, but it suited me quite well. Nature? I only think I have one. 19? Did I not sleep through this class back in Neverwinter School?
You did not. You were relatively attentive when
I
it
was
came to
awake.
devils, as for many years you were very scared.
Oh, so scared. Just recently I kicked it.
It's sort of
Right
like,
now.
when you're a kid and you watch a terrifying show and they're like, oh no, the hell wasps are gonna get me in the night.
That was me and dinosaurs as a child. I was very concerned they would come back in the night.
So, from the stories you had heard in class that hell wasps and their iconic floating nests are comprised of half-dead celestial beings. what they do is they lure in Celestials who have the power of levitation through like various tactical means, and they will paralyze their prey and then sort of secrete like a paper-like liquid, like an ichor, that will plaster the Celestial into the walls, not before impregnating the Celestial with larva.
Full-blown alien.
I'm only laughing because I'm so creeped out.
So that when the larva, just let me
I
finish.
love aliens.
When the larva comes to full gestation and does emerge,
Chest
that it
burster.
has a warm meal to eat afterwards. Also, Celestials, let me close this book,
It's parasitic in nature.
do
I
regenerate
see.
too, as like,
Understood.
yeah, they'll regenerate over time.
Yeah.
So they're really good food to have because
They don't ever
after
die.
they burn these creatures, they can feast on them for a long, long period of time. Yeah, and that's about it.
That's what's in Xander.
Of hell wasps.
I don't think I share that, but I think you.
We're not there.
I think I reconsider offering to attempt the hell wasps. Beans. Oh, sorry.
But given,
Okay.
I mean, this is not even a nature check. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter.
I definitely share this
Doesn't
around
matter,
the
doesn't matter, doesn't matter.
around the fire some night. I whisper late at night when I'm sure. I'm like, do you guys want to hear a scary story in hell?
Always.
The buzzing. Oh no, the buzzing.
No.
To be frank, I think our group seems to excel with the unknown. I would venture to say the gorge may be our choice.
Well, or the water thing. It seems. What's smaller, an entire gorge or an entire lake?
What's
Not
left?
depending, neither.
You can always look at it location-wise too. Would make more sense.
They're not in the same direction. Go lay down.
That name says the cat.
Research.
Can I make a history check?
You could, yeah, absolutely.
They have libraries in hell, abyssal sorts that we could just peruse.
They do have libraries.
Maybe just like.
Do you want to go to your
Oh,
public
no.
Avernian library?
Maybe not library. Maybe just like little.
It's just
tourist,
fucking exploded.
Little tourist kiosk where you could look at like different hell.
Every time you open a book, you get a paper cut.
11.
11. It's beyond you. This is very particular Avernian history. However, as you're sort of thinking it over, Amemnon goes back into his room for a bit before requiring a small tome, black leather-bound book. Let me just quick, I'm just not doing anything. Talk amongst yourselves. Just look at yourselves and that's fine.
Yeah.
So anyway, Grudj, let me tell you this story about hell wasps that I heard once at
I'm okay.
Neverwinter Camp.
Nope, I'm
no,
okay.
you gotta know
I
it.
don't need to
Because
know
I
it.
didn't want to know it, and someone told me. This
Fantastic.
happens.
Tell it to your brother.
No, Vander already knows. Vander told me. I gotta tell you.
Well, then why the hell did he tell you?
I didn't want to know.
In the times of
Oh,
old,
yes.
where long before the Blood War, the gods of Celestia and their Celestials waged war against the devils. In a battle, there was a Deva of Torm who was bringing his last legs. They had narrowly escaped the onslaught of a battalion of devils and were going to meet their end quite shortly. As a last-ditch effort, the Celestial struck the ground with the power of his god, and in doing so tore the earth in twain, separating him from the devils before him. A number of them fell into what is now known as Sazrakak's Gorge. So named because of the general that lost his life there. The devil. There's something interesting, though. It seems that in more recent history, there was a base of operations that came from it. An uprising of lemurs.
Lemurs are lower
Interesting.
on the charts, correct?
Right.
Quite low. The
The
elevator
lowest?
man.
Oh, the door guy. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no information as to how far it reaches into the soil.
So it might just go down.
You typically a gorge does.
Right.
I like the idea of the unknown more than a creature that would hunt yourself or your brother.
Yes, I think the hell wasps certainly don't seem to be my area of.
Visibly sweating.
Wiping glimmering half celestial sweat off of my body.
Hands away.
At
Oh
the
my
same
god, is
time,
that how
in the garage.
for the sake of efficiency, the larger group would make more sense to split into three and attempt to attain those
the
three
lake
goals.
and the hell wasp.
However,
And we would take the gorge.
potentially at
We can meet
more
up
or
tonight.
lesser risk and to the greater admiration and potential owing of a debt from our host.
Anything we can get to our
The
advantage.
knoll may be.
I feel we're overlooking the benefits of having a devil on our side. If we take out this warband, then Pithraka not only owes us another one, but perhaps our pick of vehicles, maybe an escort.
An escort potentially, but I don't believe, based on the
would have
head
to buy
mechanic, his attitude, our pick of vehicles would still be relevant.
They all answer to Pithraka.
True.
And soul coins can buy us a lot of things if we get them.
There's no
I-
telling how valuable those things are, especially on this plane.
So they're
I want
making
a
the.
folding demon grinder.
We already have
They're
a folding
making the
boat.
upgrades to the vehicle
What's
now,
that gonna do?
and we
It's
could
magical, it
possibly
won't burn.
research some of the options. Maybe stop by the lake and see how far out of town is.
I would love to think my time is limitless, but I do
That is true.
have conversations to get into with
Where's-
Guile and some.
I was
tech.
gonna say, where's Guile as this is?
Oh, she's been sitting idle by,
Just like
eyes pasted on all of you,
Just
Okay.
cross-stitching.
blinking once every 3 minutes.
Only blinks
What
with
kind
one
of
eye at a
eye
time.
drops do you use, Guy?
Huh?
What kind of eye drops do you use, Guy?
Naturally moist.
Interesting.
She got 2 sets of lids.
Yeah.
Sideways
Does she have a
ones.
nictating membrane?
yeah.
Fascinating.
So we have options at least. Wabarashi. Maybe we could learn about them. Maybe we could.
Is there? I was gonna say, is there anything about the Wabarashi that I would know about? I know it's pretty. My scope is pretty limited to the Feywild.
We could go to the-
but
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever
Ask around.
if you've ever researched.
not
Infernal?
extensively.
Honestly, you have
I can
a
try-
better bet at this
Listen,
than
Grudj.
anyone
I'll
else.
give you
One night-
advantage.
At Neverwinter, there was this like class, and I was listening. I sure was. That's fucking hilarious. I sure
Avernian
was listening because I got a natural 20, and I for
Oh.
sure know exactly what we're discussing right now.
For a total of.
Okay, so this is a natural 20?
This is a natural 20 on the beautiful dice you got me.
Yay!
And it's a history.
Yeah.
21.
Nice. Great. Okay.
Actually, yeah, I was awake for this.
So,
That is absolutely surprising.
Yeah.
Val. I.
I know a lot about
Huh.
this. I wrote my thesis paper on this.
Alrighty.
I love the lies.
So what?
I'm gonna say that. So I won't say specifics. There's no information about the Watageshi that
Generals.
you have ever come across. I will say that you know of how Avernian warbands work, which is they fluctuate all the time. There's always new ones. There's always like ones that are being taken over.
Someone falls, someone rises.
But most notably is that these bands of traveling devils or what have you, as there's a number of examples of warlords that aren't even from the hells that have rose to power. The biggest part of how they operate is that they are seizing and controlling power where they can. Oftentimes, they're either runaways from on-ground militias of the devils themselves, travelers who are trying to find a bit of power outside of the material plane, or devils who have been so broken by the system that they need to scrape together some sort of life outside of the layers that they had inhabited once before. This is where kind of the natural 20 comes in, is peculiar. Because the Waragashi, which you've only run into before, and he had made a positive indication of this, are a tribe of, like, gnolls, which are demons.
Interesting.
The Blood War has raged on Avernus for beyond mortal comprehension.
Eternity. Constant.
So, the fact that there are devils that aren't within the ranks of the demon incursion, demons that aren't within the rank of the demon incursion, and are operating on their own means is really interesting and wild, but also it kind of clicks at this moment that, like, this is probably one of the biggest threats to all of the other devilish warlords in the area.
It would really
Creatures
be
of chaos who don't understand the rules and who don't have any reason to attain power are a threat.
That's what systems of order do not like, is when roving gnolls
Devils are creatures of law, and they get power through the dynamics of law.
It's
law.
chaotic evil versus
Having
law.
They're all lawyers.
Having something that they can't control, that's not being watched, that is a direct threat to them, is terrifying.
So, Waragashi, take them out. We a lot of people on our side.
That, or I mean, if we're truly ambitious and want to make sure that we have additional soul coins for the next layer, we could go against all four.
Well,
We weren't given a exit date, were we?
Oh, Amnon has retired. by this point.
I'll look at Guile. We weren't
But-
given a exit date from this encampment, correct?
I would say that you would know she went with him.
well, okay.
You would know from the conversation that you had last night that there's no date. However, every day you spend here is one less day of the 10 days to 12 days that the expedition was supposed to take place in. And that the more risk you take in staying longer. That's kind of that's like the... I don't need to say so
Get
much.
in,
I don't
get
need to
out.
say so much in so many words.
Get in, get out.
It's up to you.
No
I mean, it's a
dilly-dally.
risk.
No dilly-dallying and
I
no.
believe we need to reach
Get me back up
get
in
a
the
consensus of the group.
car. Yeah. Vander's
Wait
been
until
with us
our
the whole
shopping
They're
party
still...
is
shopping,
done.
okay.
Yeah. Alright.
time. Okay, good.
But I will also say time is easy to pass by the time that they come back.
Valenccya, I've been working on a new spell.
A spell.
And although I have abilities that allow me to cause our allies to move faster, I've been intending to imbue this this feat with some modicum of abilities that you possess. I was hoping you could help me understand the nature of
Religion.
temporary healing, if not
Oh,
permanent healing
I could give you a couple pointers.
for this.
There's like pressure points that if you push on, naturally kind of releases some stress.
It is going to be through a field of magic.
Okay, yeah, so you're looking for more.
So I'm looking for less
Oh,
of a
understood.
touch.
We can work on that
Okay,
for a little
so
bit while we.
would you please assist me?
We can work
sure.
in our little hotel
Very stressed
room if
out.
we head
Absolutely.
back there, or we could head back to where the car is and work.
They're working. They're busy. I'd prefer not to take up their time with my juvenile aspirations.
I can give you some of my healing hands or my lay on hands pool, but that usually goes
it would
away.
be
you can. I don't know exactly what you want from me, but
a better understanding of how your magic works.
so I pray to Mialiki, and she
Fabulous. Could you
sort
just?
of. I imagine.
I mean,
she
honestly, just
answers.
hit me.
Oh, you want one? And I think I snap my fingers, making a tiny mote of light, and give you one single healing hit point.
Okay. I'd like to
do
try
what
to
you
analyze the sensation of it.
Wow, we're gonna do this for 2 hours.
It's
huh?
kind of like when a dandelion
Ooh.
seed like brushes on your skin and it's a little cold.
Okay. Is there like a way to like
Arcana check the rank.
Arcana check how
I'll
the
give you a
interaction?
wisdom check.
Okay.
You can take a level in Paladin. That'll really teach you.
Wisdom check.
I'll say, because Arcana is the religion of the arcane world, so let's do religion.
Religion. Okay.
There's a reason Arcana doesn't have any healing spells.
Yeah, I know.
I just really feel
Just
like you
can't
want the
understand it.
healing. Sometimes if you open it up and manifest the healing, it really helps, I find.
That would explain why it doesn't always work so well.
You have to want it to work. If you question it,
That
it
is a
doesn't
natural
work.
20 for 24.
What did I
Really
say?
good.
You have to want it.
What are you doing?
So I'm just basically trying to analyze the
I'm
interaction.
so sorry, y'all.
So I've been working on a spell, so I've been trying to figure out a way to buff allies and debuff foes while in a magical field. And so part of that is I'd like to use it to bestow temporary health points onto my allies, which is what I used why I wanted to analyze the lay on hands.
Temporary health points. Okay.
Uh-huh. With a 24, natural 20.
I know, it's a skill check.
Ooh, I can waste some more healing too. We do this over like 3 hours.
I'll say you get a fairly easy grasp of
Don't
like,
waste it.
what
We're gonna need that.
is going on here, which is there is a power that you are not super well versed in that is tied directly to your divinity. It's not necessarily, it kind of bypasses your innate divinity and you're able to see this. There is a few stages that allow this to happen.
Sure.
One, sort of her acting as a conduit for this god. Two, the intention for the spell to go off. And then 3, the god's willingness to work through this person.
Sure.
So, if you were able to control this in an arcane way, you have kind of a template set up for how it would work. You would have to find some power that's able to grant you what you need, have an intention for the power, and then you would have to use something as a conduit to funnel it through.
Cool. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking forward
Did
to.
you
start.
get what you needed out of?
I did, thank you.
Wow, okay.
Actually, quite enlightening.
Sure.
I don't
Yeah.
do this very often, but thank you, Mieliki.
Yeah, doesn't it feel good? Did you feel the tingle down your spine?
No,
Oh.
no, actually, kind of made me feel dirty.
You just gotta do it more, and then it'll feel fine. You'll feel great. We can
I
talk
have-
about praying if you want.
Nature is
we
dirty.
talk,
Yeah.
we talk about praying for the next hour and a half. Grudge does not listen.
Blurring the lines. One game at a time.
Yeah, I think we just probably head back to the. We agreed to meet up at the.
Yeah, I mean, the others
Hotel?
are short on your heels. It's only about an hour before
We're
they
working.
come back. Heidi,
We're
her
working
hands heavy
We're
with a number of like garments. They appear to be just like clothing options
What? Oh,
to
I.
disguise ourselves.
Yes,
I
yes.
thought we might watch it, especially in our next leg of our journey, just to have more things
Thank you, Heidi.
to keep us quiet. I also bought a few things. Bottling. Thank you. And she pulls out 3 green vials that she hands to you,
Are we there yet?
you and you, because you're still downstairs.
Yes.
These are potions of greater healing.
Oh,
Don't
thank
trust their
goodness.
appearance.
Ooh.
I know they don't look like it, but we got them off of a rather scantily old woman.
Pull the
Ooh,
cork a little bit. Oh.
I just take it and I make a note to like ask Peter about this later.
I believe she might have tried to persuade us into the wrong purchase, but Boblin was able to identify that these are, in fact, what we need.
Maybe.
And for you, an extra. You might want to hand that to your friend. But she hands you
Oh,
a...
she's
I'm
with.
with here.
She's
Oh,
not
okay.
there.
You
Yeah.
might want to hand this to your friend.
Yes.
And she pulls out like almost like a jar that's like just like half
I like
dry
jars.
earthenware with a huge cork on the top. It seems to be the decoction that might grant extra strength.
Ooh.
Dope.
Oh.
We also saw a number of other things that
Alrighty.
we didn't know. We thought we might want to talk about our plan. It was kind of eating at us. Do we have more information as to like where we're going?
We-
Let's all talk together.
Let's all
Where's
do
your
it.
friend?
Du-du-du-du-du-du-du.
Hours pass. Everyone's
So
together.
actually, I was like, as we're walking, as we're heading back.
Yes, you two.
Could I kind of pull Peter aside and I go, Little Tree,
Yes.
did you say that you have the ability? Never mind.
No,
No,
you
it's
can't.
nothing.
You
No,
can't do that.
it's fine.
You're
Shut
gonna.
up.
You have to tell me. I'm gonna bug you the rest of the night.
No, I couldn't.
Nope.
Persuade her. Ask her.
You gotta tell me.
Do
You
it.
can't leave me
Do
hanging
you-
like that.
Did you mention to me one night that you have the ability to see people that are somewhere else in the world?
Yes.
With what? Like magic?
I reach into my bag. I pull out a piece of cheese. You take a bite of this and think about someone.
Okay, now you're shitting me.
I'm not even kidding.
Peter's magic saying cheese.
Huh.
Ooh, wow.
I'll take a moment out of
That's-
character to say,
that's
Nuanen,
it.
you've literally done this.
It's done with its like mold
Oh.
skin phase.
Definitely
like,
done this?
It's like
Yes.
visibly fuzzy.
Right.
I got a handful of these cheeses. Yeah.
Sure. And that's all? That's all you have to do?
Mhm.
And it could be anyone as long as they're alive, supposedly?
It might get a little more challenging if you're trying to see someone who's not on the plane that we are currently on. But I have to double check my my cheese making book about whether
My
or not.
recipe?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's nothing.
You little book
Doesn't matter.
Well, yeah. Let
that
me
you
know.
got from that 500-year-old dwarf.
I could be discreet. I
Because
could
they'd
get
have to be alive, right?
No.
No.
They don't have to be alive.
The body would have to be operational. at some point.
Ah.
Whether or not the person is still a person or an object, it still tries to find them.
Sure.
Or a dead body. Object is kind of cold.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should go. We should. Yeah.
Okay, let me know.
I won't.
Please let me be there while it happens, because I think that's really cool.
A beautiful transition happens. You're all in that same conference room that you were yesterday, able to chat out for the rest of this stuff as the day moves on. I'll say, for the expediency's sake, you tell everyone the options,
Yeah.
and
yep.
we're kind of in this debate over what's the best decision.
We could do all three. We could do 2 of the 3. We could split up. We could.
I think we should split up.
I'll say for context that
I think that's a bad idea.
I want to know Vander's idea for sure.
Vander would like to accompany you all,
Yeah.
and then is voting for the other team to take on a larger problem, just the 9 of them.
Yeah.
And then I would say Oldon wants to split into 3. Amemnon is okay with splitting into 3, as well as Guile, as long as the task is done quickly. Bodlin is under doesn't really have an opinion. Sphyxia wants to go for the Wargashi.
Yeah.
And would like to do so to test out the vehicles. But the vehicles are brought up several times as to how you guys are getting to these locations, because you only have 3 of them. And so transport is slim.
I think I would also point out, we also, as of this current moment, have 1 soul coin. We can power 1 vehicle.
I was thinking about that. We can mount the bikes on the back.
That's good.
But
Of
would
the
that
bus.
not cause it to
How
need
fast?
additional fuel?
How fast? Is the
I don't
diesel?
think it will exceed its weight.
At the same time, then, we're still towing 2 vehicles that have no use outside of being towed.
But we kill 1 or 2 bad guys, and then we got 2 more bikes we can use.
Bodlin kind of pulls out a map and says, "All right, let's go over these locations.
Yeah.
Try and find which one's closest."
Which one's closest?
I will say does anybody have their notes from last time? I definitely have them. They're just somewhere here, and I don't want to look.
What do you
I
need?
drew a little square.
I just need to know when I gave you the options, what I said about like north, northeast.
I think the Wargashi is directly to the west.
Yes.
The Black Lake is to the east. The
110.
Wasp nests tend to congregate to the south, and then
Gorgeous
the
northeast.
gorgeous northeast.
That's all I got.
If I,
That was right.
if I remember correctly, it is 4 distinct locations for each option.
I believe the Hawas was to the north, and then the other one was
Oh,
to the
north and northeast.
But if you rode in the vehicle,
This is a dex.
Because the Mesa is to the south.
this
The one
one,
you guys had.
I think they both are, yeah. Driving is dex.
I
That's a lot harder.
This has a...
personally,
This has a
I
driver's
feel
seat?
that the Waragashi is the greatest personal risk.
It seems
It is a group of demons that have carved a niche for themselves in Avernus.
the most
It is an
potential.
incredibly powerful war leader who has been able to accomplish this task. I would suggest the strongest option would be to divide and conquer. As much as
We
to
divide and
gather
conquer the
as
other
many. I'd say the other 3. In order to gather as many soul coins as possible. As Bodlin, you're still not sure the amount of distance it
We
is
don't wanna
to
increase
our
our
next
numbers.
stage in our journey, correct?
No, however, we could, the closest in proximity, maybe this lake. As a, hold on, correct me if I'm wrong, there was a battle centuries ago. Yeah, so marked. And he sort of like looks at the
Although
map.
at the same time, it
There's
may
like
be
a
our
little-
greatest personal risk, but the
Almost
removal
looks like
of
an
a demon-
ink blot on
Yeah.
like a separate
Of a
map that's
powerful
just
demon from
washed
Avernus.
by time.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
mean,
it's
I'm all
my
for favors.
about a half day on foot.
Okay.
So what is that? An hour in a vehicle?
It's 4.
We could get there with one
Things do
sword.
change. So, well, on a vehicle, it would be, I don't know,
2
An hour?
hours. Hour, 2
less
hours.
maybe.
Yeah, because
Do
our
we understand what mile per gallage one soil coin gets us?
It's
yes.
about a full day's travel.
Well, I have the exact here.
I trust you, Peter.
Indeed.
I trust you. Whatever you tell us, I believe.
240 miles on one tank of gas.
On 1 coin.
On one coin. Yeah.
So I mean,
We can get
ideally,
to
we
one of them
need
then,
at
maybe.
max 6 coins.
That sounds correct.
I mean,
Don't we
if
have to
we
return the
is
vehicles
the
too?
lake
So we need
No,
At least
not
7.
with our current
So
deal.
or
we
12.
have feasibly have 2 options. One of our group should take the largest vehicle and move to some destination, whether that be north, northeast, or west. I mean, I think if we're going to take on a war band, we should all go together. But
I agree.
the other 2 options, the crag and the wasp's nest, one group can take the vehicle that direction. The other group would have to walk on foot, presumably to the east, about a day's travel, and a day's travel back to figure out what could happen there. I mean, there's a risk because we don't know what's going on, but I mean, if time is no issue, then or we could have the group who's able to traverse quickly go, do their share, and then pick the other group up on the way back.
In the car.
Yes.
Grinder.
I was gonna say,
I
I wonder
was-
if we could swing around.
Then they could bring the 2 Hell
Locations.
Riders and we could take them all together.
I
We wouldn't
would-
even need to stop back at
I would
Cat's
imagine the
Patch.
2 longest of the additional risks would be the draining of the lake or the
Can we
Sazerac
just-
Gorge.
can we all just go
just
to the lake?
in
Oh,
terms of
suppose we
exploration.
could.
If we all go to the gorge, that increases the amount of time we have to stay to potentially gain the soul coins we need.
The thing is, I was wondering if we could make a stop at an easy one and then go to a hard one afterwards. Because, like, we only got 1 coin. If we stop at the lake and end up getting more coins, that'll make us better prepared to go after the warband.
The idea is we'd all go together to a first location, guarantee some treasure.
I don't feel that great about the Hell Wasp.
Which
nest.
of these
I feel
4
bad.
options has guaranteed payouts?
None.
Is that Uldan?
Yeah.
Hey, bud.
Distinctive voices!
I love it. Of course.
Frankly,
none
yeah,
of them.
none
I think we should split up.
We know the
The only
Waragashi
one
have a
is
stockpile.
the Waragashi.
Go as fast as
We
possible.
were told that there might be some treasure in the gorge.
And almost certainly the Celestials would
The
have had.
wasp nest and the lake are the highest risk. Well, the highest
warband.
risk for reward.
Oh, like
Potentially.
there might not be reward.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
There might be. It's a gamble.
Either way, I think Vander and Val should probably stay back from the wasp's nest. And we should have
They would
different-
put us at the greatest risk, especially if
We should
the
have the
creatures
different group
are
go.
interested in celestials,
Well-
or potentially the greatest bait.
So should we match
I
his
Sorry.
best
I
suited?
would be. I did have that thought as well. I would be great bait. Thank you.
Should we match who's best suited to what and split up?
We could also
Or
take the one vehicle up to the northeast, stop at the gorge, have the other team take the vehicle to the wasp's nest,
drop us
take
off.
2 out at once,
Yep.
come back, collect the first group, and then reconvene the cat's catch.
That gives us time to go to Plan C if everything goes.
And if you're comfortable with being bait, then Vander
Oh,
can
I
also
don't
do
know that I
in your
said
team.
that. I said it could be an
I
option.
would say that Val would be the best case for
I don't know that I need to be the bait per se. I'm sure all of us being beings of the mortal realm would be equally as fine a target for.
Do you want to be alone, or would you prefer me to be with you?
Vanderlove.
I don't think we need to go to the wasp's nest, Vander. I think the thought of being a distraction is nice, but it might put us both in.
I'd
More
go to the
danger
Wasps if
than-
they, depending on how we're. who
I
goes
would
in
like
there,
to have your
we
back,
can keep
though.
them
I
from
think-
going.
I think our team investigating the gorge is the highest probability of getting something back, getting something good, and having the most success.
Memnon Guile, main team.
Is Memnon in the
Gorge.
room?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
who's talking.
Yep.
Okay.
He's making this plan.
Can you teleport somewhere with a group of people, get it done, and get back in like 15 minutes? Because if you can do
What
that,
if he's not been there? That's putting a lot
To
of.
teleport, you must have been to the location. None of us have been.
you just
I
have to
could
be
potentially-
familiar.
Use
And
a
I would
sensor?
imagine Baraka has some
I got
form
some
of
cheese.
guard.
Peter, put the cheese away.
It'll
Not
help.
everything is the answer to cheese.
It has gone blue at this time.
Minds at work
is
are a
strong.
welcome sight, so I appreciate all the ideas. I could potentially, with enough divination, he sort of like references to Guile, find a way to get there, use quite a bit of arcane prowess, get us to that location, and then presumably come back here. Is there a guarantee? Not necessarily. However, I think it might be best if we just use our resources at hand.
I don't like the idea of splitting up.
What does Guile want to do?
I don't.
Does
I-
Guile agree with?
He kind of looks
Quite
around the room.
frankly.
Who likes the idea of splitting up? He
I
raises
think we stand together stronger.
I
If we
think if we
split
were
up-
to stay together, we should go after the Waragashi.
I think we
I
tackle
agree.
some things together and some things apart.
And
Who
honestly,
believes
I
we
think
should be united and go for the Waragashi?
I say
Um,
we take them out.
You
then
see,
we go for
Spixer
the
raises his hand. Uldan raises his hand.
I say all for one at the.
It's a risk to
strongest.
take everyone we have to every single location
Vander
because
sort
if
of looks at
anything
you
bad
all
happens,
before,
we
like-
lose everyone.
I straight up don't. I like lift my hand and I give Vander like a beep.
I don't. I agree that we should go after the Waragashi as a united front, but I do believe we should
Would you do
complete
the others
another.
first?
I would say we should do the other activities first.
If only there was some option to know if we should do one before the other. Does anyone have perhaps some ability, a sense? I could convene with me a
I
little
You want to
bit
just
more.
start singing?
Come on, Magic.
I was absolutely
It's not
metagaming.
Come on, Magic.
I could
Let's see
sort
you do
of-
it.
I love this.
I need a short
love
rest.
so
I think.
much.
I, of course,
love
could
it so
speak with
much.
You've had a
me
short
weekly.
rest since.
But I know the
Yeah.
material
Have we?
plane.
It's
All
been
day's
hours
been
of
short
that.
rest. You're good.
All right.
Blow it up, baby.
I can try to get some advice, I guess.
You should ask.
Come
I
on,
mean,
Magic Lady.
I
let's
wonder
I
go.
don't know
we
if
could-
it's gonna work again. To
But-
be
You should be
honest,
specific. Ask
believe
about
in
the
you.
lake. Because if we go and stop by the lake, it'll
it's
be
not
a quick
exactly
stop.
comfortable.
Even if we could guarantee that, like, could stopping
There's
by
very
the
little in
lake
this world that is.
reveal coins needed for us to make the journey,
What am I doing?
or
I'm on my phone.
could
Short.
would and it answers in ways of
I
like
think the
real or
greatest
both, like
gain
good or
to
bad.
both our band and to the academy is to contend with the Waragashi. It puts another ode favor,
Possible additional rewards.
additional rewards potentially as well.
I agree, but I think if you're more comfortable doing the smaller tasks, at least
think
as
we
we're
should do
perceiving
both.
them first,
I really think we should do both.
Agreed.
and end with a Waragashi. United
Attain
as
what
a
we
front
can
with
and
those of us that still.
give ourselves the opportunity that if the Waragashi does not work out, that we can run.
we may not be able to run if we're being pursued.
True.
It's the trade-off here.
I think we could do it.
I say in Elvish to Valenccya, I don't mean to be rude, but how many wars have you been in? Well, I've been in 3.
I think Valenccya looks
How
very...
many wars you been in, huh?
Valenccya
How many
looks...
wars have you fought in?
Valenccya looks very uncomfortable and answers,
How many have you lost?
I can't say that I fought or lost in any, but I'd like to think that we can avoid that down here.
On a battlefield.
Ooh, is this Uldan?
Are we having an Elvish,
Oh!
conversation?
This is Vander. Oh,
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
not.
yeah.
The whole time
Yeah.
in Sylvan, I'm just going, I fucking hate you guys. Can't understand a goddamn word.
Yeah.
I don't mean to make you uncomfortable and feel like you're outnumbered in this.
No,
But if you have everyone do everything, it poses an even greater risk to losing more. If anything goes wrong, then there's nobody left.
and that's what I think. I'd hate to cull our numbers before we even get to the Watagashi.
It's a bit more stable to spread out. It stabilizes.
It feels like none of us really want to face the warband head on.
I do.
Other than some of us. I mean, if we're just looking for fuel, then there's no need for us to get a favor in here.
Is that what we're just looking for?
I mean, we need to get to the next leg of our journey. We can't get caught up here. We're all away from our families and away from our homes, and the more risk we put on ourselves, the harder it is to leave, and the more time we spend here, the harder it is to survive.
Those are my thoughts exactly, as time is of the essence.
I think, if I'm being honest, I think that we should, if we're going to confront this band, we should do that and be done with it, or do something else.
Here's the deal.
The band or the rest of the
We
smaller thing?
can transport 10 people right now. If we have fuel. There is, 15 of us?
14.
14 of us? So, if we don't go after the Waragashi, then we're leaving people behind.
And those people would have to walk on foot.
Well, you have 2 Hell Riders, too.
Yeah.
Which can,
8 in the bus, and then each Hell Rider can transport 1 person.
or
2
2 small people.
I can fly.
I think it's the Hell Riders
slower
do
on
2.
So-
as well.
3.
I could be
Hell
wrong.
Riders can do 2 because they have the
Call
We
same.
have like 3 vehicles,
A
2
devil's
motorcycles,
ride.
and 1.
Devil.
One
One
bus.
medium creature.
Oh,
So 2
shit.
small creatures if you'd like.
So that would be
Heidi
Spixer.
and Sixer. And then one other person.
We're still missing.
We're still
we
missing
still
a
need
person.
another vehicle.
I
Yeah.
can ride on the broom if I use an action to dash.
To
It's
keep up.
keep pace with the vehicle, but
If
I cannot
we-
keep pace if the vehicle is dashing and also my AC is only 20.
If we attack the Waragashi, we are almost guaranteed to come in
Another
contact
vehicle.
with more vehicles.
Great.
Potentially higher quality as well. Although
we
with the demon that
stand
is
against the Waragashi,
strongly a
Then everybody
quotation
kind of gets
statement.
what they want.
fast
Because then you want to stay together, and this could be a bigger prize.
I
and-
wouldn't mind just maybe doing the gorge and the lake, and then we team up
Yeah.
and go after the Waragashi. I think the Wasp's Nest could be a little higher risk, though. I do have some ideas with Fixer's help that we could maybe just deal with that. But
Do we need to worry
Well, I was
about depleting
thinking-
resources, people, or
do
time,
have
though,
the
by
thought.
doing other things?
I did have the thought it's quite
We'll each
possible.
return have
So
less to go against the
Yeah.
Watagashi when we're done with the other activities.
But we might be stronger as well.
True. Fuck it. I clap Grudge's shoulder and I say, you guys decide. I'll do whatever you tell me to do. I trust your judgment.
Here, I hand you a bottle of some like half wine from the material realm. It's like
Is this
horribly,
Still tastes
horribly
like warm
flat,
piss.
leaking.
I
Tastes
noticed
like-
it's leaky.
Tastes like warm piss.
Everything leaks in hell.
I pop the
Yeah.
stopper off the top of it and take a swig.
Please don't.
Yeah,
It's so
um,
gross. I
and-
have
and,
having a
I
hard
mean,
time drinking more.
everyone-
It tastes like sweat. It tastes like you're drinking sweat.
Take your time, think
Oh.
about it,
okay,
figure
Man.
out what.
if we use 8 hours of our fuel going to the lake and back,
That would be 16.
That leaves us with 16. Does that give us enough to get to the Waragashi if we don't find anything at the lake?
I'm gonna say you're gonna have to make a check to determine this. Okay, so I mean, I think we kind of went over this earlier. Boglin has a shit ton of piecemeal maps because Avernus can't really be mapped.
Because it's all.
None of the planes can. They shift in like length weirdly, and there's so much like
3D.
physical calamity striking this place at any given moment that landmarks change constantly. And so like it's hard to tell how far things are. But I will have you do let's do an intelligence check.
Can I assist?
Yeah, absolutely.
19.
19. So
Actually, 20.
I'll say over the like asking the correct questions, which is where the fuck are the Waragashi? What is that? A few people come with answers.
Boneyard East.
Oldon, as well as Ignatius, who has been fairly soft-spoken this whole time, talk about a burial site that was sort of hinted at when Vithraka was talking about the Waragashi. But it's called the all of this lore, every single page of lore. It's called the Smoldering Mounds of the Damned, and it was largely a burial like pit for the armies of devils as they had been dying over the last centuries. But its sort of smoldering boneyard has been taken over by the Waragashi recently and reconstituted as a fortress. It stands about, let's break it up into hours. So on foot, I would say 12 hours to the west. And it's sort of like the southwest. So here, I'll kind of map it out for you. This is like where you guys have been in Avernus so far. Let's say you started in this basin right here,
Yep.
right? And this was the kind of basin. You broke out, and then you went along this ridge up here, and this is where Vithraka's, the cat's catch is.
Yep.
Their base, is like right here. So it's like 12 hours of walking away.
Okay.
From
In
where
the
you are
opposite
currently.
direction.
And you're going about like 6 hours north to. Wait, you're trying to go to the lake or the nests, the wasp nest, right?
We
Not
were
the
thinking
nest.
the lake,
The lake for
then
us.
the
Because
Waragashi.
the lake is to the east.
So that would add
Opposite
4 hours.
directions.
Did you want to do the crag?
But the lake is the closest. So that's
The lake
about
is the
about a
closest?
half day's journey.
We
on
can do the
foot.
lake.
That's like 4 hours away on foot. So I would say 8 hours
Can always
from there and back to the thing.
Oh,
8
so
plus
but
12,
if we
which
take
is
the
20
vehicle-
hours total of walking.
But
So it's like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
So if we did a 2-hour drive to the lake and then went right to the Waragashi, we might have resources to fight
Yes,
them.
I suppose, but do we go with the demon we know or the devil we don't?
That's very good.
There's
Inspiration.
definitely
Thank you.
There's definitely a parable about that. I've heard a bard's tale for sure, but I just don't remember how it goes right now.
Yeah,
Everybody would sleep on it. Ask your gods if you have them, and
That brings up an interesting topic. Sleeping here.
Oh.
We did not reserve rooms for this night, and we were intending on leaving before morning. So I would either rely on us being in Vithraka's good graces and getting another room. Hopefully it's not booked, or we could set out this evening and sleep on the road.
I believe we should set out. The sooner we can leave this place, the better.
Perfect.
Great.
Which direction?
all right.
Okay, anybody down for my
I'm gonna
idea?
roll a d4.
Peter, what was your idea? Tell us.
We go to the lake.
Go to the lake.
If we find extra soul coins,
all of us.
that'll put us
It's
in a
the-
better position to
it's-
attack the Waragashi.
Peter, it's the opposite direction of the Waragashi.
Yeah, it's 2 hours extra time. 4 hours total.
We could do that. 4 hours seems doable.
Even if we don't find anything at the lake, we still
It's like
have
a beach
enough
day,
fuel to
right?
get all the way to the Waragashi.
Take the easiest and the hardest options.
All right.
So
We'll do that.
in the morning we go to the lake tentatively.
I believe now we go
Oh,
to the lake.
I'm
right,
ready.
right. I keep thinking we're going to bed. Sorry, I keep forgetting there's
I'm
no
quite
sun in
well-
hell. I keep forgetting
quite
what time
well
it is.
rested,
Like,
actually.
Where am
Yeah, I'm good.
I?
Well, no time like the present. Let's pack up. They begin to collect themselves, and their intention is to go down to the hangar and get in the vehicles.
I
that you
suppose
guys
we
may need.
load up the motorcycles then.
Yeah, I would say
Pack
so.
up
I'll
everything.
just put some mounts on the back. Mount them up.
So
Hi, bud.
there are going to need to be some interesting. Yeah, because you guys are bringing everybody to this.
No.
Or
We-
just your group is going to the lake. And
We
then-
have enough room for 8 people.
Oh yeah, who are you bringing?
So I want Spixer and his bag of bombs, all of us, and then
Vander, of course.
Hold on and
Because he is important to us.
okay, fine, Vander
He is our brother.
and Uldan. Is that 8 people?
Guile.
You want Guile? I don't think Guile would leave Amemnon's side.
She's
Have
sort
we
of, like,
seen-
hiding?
Well,
hiding behind
we-
Amemnon a little bit.
As much as I hate to say it, it's a good idea to bring our communications expert.
Heidi?
No. Guile.
Heidi's the cutest.
Heidi's
Yeah, what's
communication.
wrong?
Yeah,
That
but
makes it even better.
Guile
That makes it
is the
even funnier.
person who does
She
the
looks at you.
sendings.
Listen,
Guile's the person who
Peter's
communicates with other planes and communicates over
Peter's
distance.
quite talented, but
I do that
sometimes
too.
he doesn't know what he says. Truly.
If you do that,
think
then
you
you can
insulted
come with
her.
us in place of Guile, because
Peter,
I'd rather have you than
She
Guile.
wasn't your first choice. You can't just tell a lady like, "Oh,
My
my
first
second
choice.
choice. I guess you
No,
can come
she
with."
could do that.
Because of
I apologize.
Amemnon's failed allusion to Guile's
What are you?
Adaption.
You okay?
Sometimes I find that sounding out the word helps me to pronounce.
her ability to use the augury arts would potentially aid us in this situation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, let's put it up to a
Wait,
vote.
what?
Who would like to come? We got 1 seat. Who
One,
wants to go
two,
check
Do you
out
want
the
to look into
four.
that at all?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Roll
1, 2,
insight.
3, 4 is us. Vander is 5.
18 plus 6, 24.
Spixer, we can take
the 6?
Heidi or Guile,
read.
but not
Well,
Starter Reed.
Uldan is
Really?
too, I think.
So we have to choose between Uldan, Guile, Heidi, basically.
But we got 2 seats, so we can
No.
take Uldan.
We're taking Uldan, we're taking Vander, and we're taking Spixer. We need 1 more seat.
Do you want either Vidal Sassoon, Alicia, or Ignatius? The 3 people.
I want
Well,
Guile.
We want
you want
Guile.
Humphreys.
I think I sidle up to Guile, and I'm like,
Alright.
you know, I feel like we haven't had a lot of time to get to know each other on this excursion. I think it would be awesome if you could come with us, be our communications officer. And I say this all in perfect abyssal. Or infernal, whatever the thing is that I'm supposed
What do you want to say?
Thank
it is?
you. I say it in a.
What do you want to say? It is?
I say.
You heard that they had been speaking in Abyssal together.
Yeah, I
But
think
that's up to you if you want to make this intimidation or persuasion.
Oh no, I just want to persuade. I think from a girl perspective, I'm just
Infernal
like.
is the way to go.
I can't. Oh, infernal. Okay.
She's a tiefling.
All right. Yes, I remember from the schooling I took.
And your
Guile,
friend, who's
would
also
you,
an
like to
tiefling.
accompany
Pretty sure a
us
tiefling would know another
with
tiefling.
communications aspects in the lake of the.
Miss Heidi
North-
again looks at
northern
you
region?
insulted.
Roll persuasion.
I'm so sorry, Heidi. Listen, you were my choice, but Grudj said. Oh wait, I was a nat 20.
Was it a natural
I
20?
was a nat 20.
Woo! 28!
But 29. I'm so Guile, listen. I just feel like we haven't gotten to hang out. You and me, listen, we could be great together.
She sort of like looks to.
Is she
Um,
flirting?
I think she is. Did you see the
She
arm?
looks to Amemnon, and he sort of like stoically looks at her. There's an exchanging of glances that is far too intimate
There's
to
a
kind
lot
of
being
understand.
conveyed. Okay.
But as like he nods
Does it
his
look
head
like
briefly,
jealousy?
she looks to you and says, "I'll go where I'm needed." Yes.
Hey, yo, Guile, you can sit by me.
Did I just see Guile
Hey, yo,
blush?
girl.
Hey, Guile!
Did I just see Guile blush?
Can I?
Hey,
Can
Guile,
I?
sit by me.
No? Okay. Okay.
She's a very hard to read character. She kind of always has like this permanent like
Masking.
open mouth smile on her face. Like, you know, like just pleasant.
She have sharp teeth like I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
And she's got these big, beautiful, like sort of almost cow's eyes.
Black.
That I guess in sort of her more intense moments can flare with a light. That you know how Victorians used to be like, when she was brooding, her nights like shimmered like fire. It's like that.
Ooh. And she's blue.
Huh?
She's blue.
She is.
Okay.
If you sit by me, I talk less.
All right, let's get going.
Woo! Oh, good. Time for one of
Hold
my
on,
So
trials.
can I get the full tally? So
Yeah.
it's Sixer,
Jesus.
Vander, who and who?
Wait.
Just trying to get her.
Sixer, Vander, Guile.
Vander, Guile,
And
Uldan.
Uldan.
Uldan was the other one you chose?
Yep.
Yep. And then the core forward.
Not the map guy? No.
No, we're picking our favorites, I think.
Okay, sounds good.
Wait. We're picking favorites?
Yeah.
Oh, can I change my answers?
Alright, I guess I'll stay.
Oh, no, you can come, Grudj.
But not because Nuanen wants you to be there.
Okay,
Sorry, that was
What?
cold.
pile into the car. Take the other vehicles. I mean, you can take the vehicles if you want. You can,
Oh no, just the
Yeah.
one car if
Just
we
the
aren't
one
going
car
with
and
everybody.
then-
Nuanen, Valenccya, I need your help.
Wait.
You got these brackets up here. I need you to work together and lift this up there. Don't throw them.
We're too late.
They look sturdy, but they're not.
No, we do
You should have said that before.
We do a habit. We do like a gentle
Like a
Lift.
with your legs. You know, like
toss.
Yeah.
Please do not toss.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome aboard. I will be the captain of this ship.
Oh Jesus.
There's a flicking of lights. There is. Well, actually, technically, nothing has started yet. So
Yeah,
y'all
I haven't
gotta-
tried to turn it on yet.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to start, but I am going to
Hell
try.
keychain.
Sixer, go ahead.
Ancestors help.
Please.
No.
No, don't let's fix it.
Spixer's not doing nothing. This
Yeah,
is me.
get in there, Peter.
It's all
Turn it up.
me.
I'll turn it
Spixer
on.
can watch.
Yeah, let him watch.
Just in case
Sixer's
it explodes,
nowhere
we're just
to be
gonna
seen.
let
Oh.
Sixer go.
Should we be concerned about
Oh, I don't
You
think it's
can
gonna
take, you can
explode.
take a little
Okay.
perception
I trust
check.
her.
I would love that as the watchdog of the group. I haven't been keeping an eye on not my group, but
Reggie
I
is
guess
still
if
a
he was
mastiff,
missing
still
for
on
indeterminate
Spixer's trail.
hours.
You see his little legs and behind, sort of like sticking out of like one of the wheel wells. You know, just to be, like,
he's nearby.
doing shit underneath.
Is
Or like
Spixer
from the
last
inside.
minute adjustments? Or...
Always.
Oh no.
Okay.
You got So, I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick.
So there's kind of a couple things to know about Infernal War machines.
Yeah.
They run on furnaces. They do, yeah. That require soul coins to go. They also have several positions they need to run. There needs to be someone at the helm.
Oh
That's me.
shit!
Let me just kind of
You're
read
like
this
a
off.
ship.
Well, all the other stations are weapons, so they don't
We're doing
really
this
need to be.
co-captain.
Yours
Again.
is essentially a like a skin leather chair with a barbed wheel in front
I would have
of
taken
it.
some time to change that.
You throw a blanket over it.
With what?
Anything else?
Tell me about it. I want to know.
I take off the skin and I put on.
Oh good, it's just a
Something
bloody
else.
seat.
Just flesh
It
on
was just a
You
human
skinned
being
the seat.
transmogrified into a seat.
I love the idea.
You just skinned the seat.
It's not upholstery. It's just flesh underneath.
Ugh, gross.
Just muscle
Yeah,
and
it's
abs.
So nasty.
Yeah.
It is a living, breathing
Hey
thing.
Peter,
It's
you know that
horrifying.
blanket your mom made? You know that nice quilted one? What if you just gave it a good old...
How about we not
Canon.
use the
She's
nice?
into quilting.
Yep.
How about we not
free
use
time.
Peter's nice
See,
quilt?
I don't know
I
how
mean-
many voices you have in your head, but do you ever listen to any of them? At all?
The wrong one.
So while we're all
I
talking,
always listen to the voices.
Maybe that's the problem.
so each station does have a little action that it can use every turn. Only the person who is using those stations may be able to use those actions. A creature not occupying an action station is either a passenger in a seat. There are a number of seats, just like as he closes the wheel well. there's
I can go
wide
over
iron interior.
the stations.
Okay, that sounds good.
So like a tour guide. for our new bus.
Please, go ahead.
So
Any
this
of
is
them
my
use
seat,
Intelligence?
the screaming chair that I forgot to replace.
Yeah, you can keep that.
That's my
seems
seat.
fine.
That's my seat. And if we
have
come
it.
over to the
Is
back,
it bleeding?
I open a door and kind of this little balcony. This thing right here is the wrecking ball. Is great. Swings around, hits things.
Okay.
Sure.
And there's a little ladder right here. It goes up top,
Oh,
and there are 2 harpoon guns up there for anyone who wants to use those. And I kind of forgot to mention it, but right in front of my seat, there's a seat right below. That's the demon grinder seat, where you can grab
That's my seat.
things.
And he sort of like shuffles
Oh,
behind
shit, yeah, alright.
All yours, Fix.
Yep, you earned it, buddy.
Basically, it takes anything that's not magical and turns it into a mist,
What?
Yuck.
and it shoots it out the sides.
Oh, thank goodness.
Meaning you can't run into
Fixer, you've got
anything,
goggles,
or
Oh no, it'll turn anything that's
Drops
not
his
magical
goggles.
Thank
into a
God.
mist.
Oh,
Anything that's not
Puts on his
magical?
mask.
I feel like you're getting
Rocks,
prestidigitated a
people.
lot.
So can we just
I've been
run the
constantly
car into the lake?
prestidigitating.
Just turn it
So
on.
while the Infernal War Machine
Well, I think
is up
The
and
liquid
running,
is
you
already
can drive
pretty
it,
close
which
to a
makes
mist,
sense.
so it'd probably just spray it all over the place.
Every time. It's an action done by the person in the helm. And you can move it, whichever way you want. Basic old rules. There are some bonus actions that the driver can do. You can start the engine or shut it off as a bonus action. You can also cause it to take the dash action or disengage action while the vehicle's engine is running. So you can dash pretty much every turn. And as a bonus action, you can also insert a soul coin or pour a flask of demon ichor into the engine's furnace, which does some crazy shit. I will also say that Heidi, while she was at the thing, did require a vial of demon ichor as well.
Okay.
So that can be given to whomever I forgot to mention.
Okay.
Soul fuel, just like we said, has rules and parameters. Takes 1 coin to turn it on, and then you have a set amount of time. 1 charge is about 24 hours of time, and then 2 obviously is more. XYZ. And do you want to give a tour of how the engine works?
So I don't know how cartoonish I want to go, but I was thinking either big
Yes, it's
furnace
USBP.
or coin slot.
You traditionally, if you're a traditionalist,
Yeah.
they do have a coin slot.
Yeah.
It's a coin slot. It's got
In
a
it.
big 25-cent
Oh
orange
my
button.
god.
So basically, what I
It
think
does.
is happening, there's
Yeah.
They also have little plungers you can pull to do a pinball while
I'm
it's
on it.
happening.
With the quarter.
I got
So-
the engine.
basically the engine coin slot. It has the those little flippers where it's got 2 numbers and then one of them flips down and it tells you how
Days
many
before an
things are in it.
accident. Yeah.
It's at zeros right now, and I put the coin in, and one of the flips comes down, and it says 01. I have to start it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I'll do that in a second.
So I put it in.
Ba-da-ding.
It's kind of a loud clunking noise as it falls down into the chamber.
Sounds broken.
I think it. I don't know yet. All right, is everybody in their seats?
Wait,
Buckled
what
up?
seat am I?
I don't
what am
know.
I doing?
You can ride in one of the stations, harpoon guns, whatever. You can also just take one of these seats with seatbelts. There's no seatbelts.
It's just a strap of skin. It tears.
it is paper.
It's like
thin.
a wet side.
What allows me to
I
fight?
took all the
They're
seatbelts
all
out.
twisted once,
That was an improvement you made. Is you
Wrecking
took
ball?
all the seatbelts out.
Yeah, there's a little pile of
Wrecking ball.
skin sitting
Peter,
outside.
paladin of safety.
VonVails. VonVails, I believe you may be best suited for the harpoon guns.
Is that a sort of accuracy based?
They have their own to hit.
Okay,
So
yeah,
you
let's
don't have
go.
to worry about.
Yeah, I can take. Yeah. Otherwise,
And then
if
I'm
you
just
wanna
gonna kind of
Combat
find a,
training,
I'm
combat
gonna take.
Yeah, remember? You
and then
were
I'm going
so
to
good
find a
with-
place that gives me the
Harpoon
best
guns.
view of the surrounding area that allows me to cast spells from.
That's one of the harpoon guns. They're up at the top.
Yeah.
Would you like a harpoon gun?
Vander does not need it, if I'm being honest.
Vander, you don't want to mine a harpoon gun with your sister.
I would love the opportunity to help out in the best ways in my skill set will allow me.
There
I
are
can
lots
find
of handholds
means.
on the outside of the vehicle if you're just, getting cramped up in here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for a harpoon gun then. The only thing I'm good at is slinging spells and I guess pushing buttons. So
But you're a lot more things than that.
Well,
no, not really.
I don't
Well,
think
Don and I can
Really?
supervise the interior.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Everybody knows their spot. Gun, captain, grinder,
Record?
grinder,
Grinder is grinder.
grinder,
You want a wrecking ball?
wrecking
It's in
ball,
the back.
harpoon,
Oh,
backup harpoon.
I got something for you.
Yeah.
I reach into a back pocket. I hand you
Guile
the
to this
immovable
point is just
rod.
been sitting piece.
Ooh,
And I'm like,
perfect,
you're gonna be in the
perfect.
back.
You're doing great.
So if someone's chasing us, don't be afraid to rip their shit in half with this rod.
Oh, you can count on it.
Just
So,
set it at
you ready?
face level. Click.
Nua is at the
Yeah.
wrecking ball.
Totally mess up a vehicle chasing us.
Oh my god.
We have Val,
Hunter
Grudj,
Is everybody ready?
with backup of Vander.
I sure fucking hope so.
I cover
What
my
do you
seat
call
in a
harpoon?
blanket.
Good, thank
I
God.
tuck it in a
It
little.
quickly starts to bleed through.
Ew!
I replace it, and hopefully the next one doesn't get wet.
It's just
Press
love.
to digitate.
And pus.
You broke her.
You were so shook that you burped.
That was the grossest ever. Oh
I love that. Makes me want to dump peroxide on the seat.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I make a little descriptive element first? Yes.
Yeah. Sit down.
The keys that you've only gotten until like about this point have been resting delicately in the, I will say, engine
Ooh.
slot.
One of the things-
Ignition?
Does it have keys?
It does. Okay.
One
Do
of
you
the-
want to describe this?
One of the things I want to do
Yeah.
is get rid of those fucking keys. The only way you can start it is with lockpicks.
Okay. You throw the keys out the window.
There's a magic 8-ball, wait!
On the keychain, there is a small skull-like flail that looks like a fuzzy dice, but it is a skull, and then an imp foot. And
The
they
logo of the
fire around
garage.
and scatter to the ground.
I really need to make some more changes to this thing. Okay. Oh. I'm ready to press the button.
You just hammer
Okay.
a screwdriver into the ignition.
So you've made this a challenge for yourself, which is to start the engine with lockpicking tools.
Yep.
Why?
Okay. There is a DC
What if we
as
need to
you
go
haven't
fast?
tinkered with this.
What if anyone else needs
What
to
if we
start
need to
the-
leave?
What if you
Yeah.
All
die?
right, Actar, give me a
Grudj is
hand.
mage handing the keys back into
I love
the
that.
vehicle.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's such a bad idea, Peter.
You see sort of your fingers like become the lockpicking tools as Dinaktar's metal extends out.
25
25.
to start the engine.
Easily enough. All of you hear the roar of like a deep guttural, almost like a devil sort. Yes, exactly. It sounds kind of like a creature.
I just tie the keys to my harpoon gun so
There
the
you go.
lucky imp's foot is hanging.
As the rumbling
Still
of
kicking.
this infernal war machine springs to life, the back end of this hangar, it's sort of like scaffolded iron closure,
Oh,
begins to open up as a few of the machines have kind of moved the way for you guys to exit.
once the engine starts,
Yes.
visual aspect, the whole thing becomes hard to look at.
Yeah, it sort of shifts
You
from the
blur
outside.
like my clothes.
Yeah.
But with that, you exit the hangar and begin.
Broken.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the right word.
Rocketing.
Yeah.
Screaming.
Screaming. I love that.
Yes.
Screaming to your to your destination off to the east. And with that, I think we should take a little break.
To the danger zone.
As we are heading towards a lake with danger inside.
Cool.
Okay, let's take a break.
All right.
Okay.
Breakdown. Breakdown. Woo!
We're
What back? Before the break, we were heading towards a lake of deep Nagor, off to the east. And after 2 hours of rip-roaridous travel, you guys have made it to the precipice of the lake. You can see from off the distance, about 300 feet away, 400 feet away, through the surface of the dry lands of Avernus, a veritable oasis of horrors. Beautiful red trees with horribly pulpous fruits that hang from it in a almost thicket surrounding the placid waters of a blackened pool. And as you pull up, you have found you've arrived at your destination. Your turn.
Really? We're already here?
We all pile out of the car.
Holy shit, that's fast.
Okay.
Now I see why these are so great.
Now, we were not quietly approaching.
No.
Any immediate response from the neighborhood?
Yeah, you do see some movement from around the bush of the trees, and upon whatever vision you're able to do,
Enemy check.
Sphinxer's already on the telescope
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point,
I think.
and says, "We got chickens." As he's sort of like peering into the thing, it doesn't appear. Actually, you know what? Perception check.
Hey, that's pretty good. Perception, you say?
Yeah.
Dirty
Oh, boy.
20.
Nice.
Just don't. Don't even look.
26.
Did you do very well?
No.
Okay. Did you do very poorly?
Yep.
I would like to know what you did.
Ron's just staring at Guile's ass.
Yeah. I am not.
She just goes invisible.
No shame. I mean,
Sorry, boy, my brain is not working.
That's okay. You don't gotta do
It's
it.
a
What is
3.
it?
Or,
26?
Where's my phone?
Okay.
20? You got a 20?
I don't know why.
20?
20.
what?
20,
Oh, no, I got like an 8.
Oh.
Oh,
Eight.
it's gone up.
20 then.
However many you
8,
had
yeah.
gotten.
8.
A few others from
That's
other
better than I
people. It is easy to see with those of you who are able to perceive other than those who are distracted by various things.
You swing
That,
the ball
um,
back
I'm
and
not
forth.
There
staring
is.
at Gao's ass.
A small
You keep
throng
saying that,
of
but,
abyssal chickens waving their dorsal flaps and sort of skirmishing about themselves at the precipice of the water. You also notice that there's nothing really happening other than just a fair bit of chickens. I'll say about 10, 15 abyssal chickens in your direct vicinity. However, you know, you could do with that what you want.
Okay.
We are not taking those home either.
With my dirty 20, did I see a dam-like structure that we could blow out?
No,
Cool.
it is a rather mundane lake of demon blood.
So, what do we need to do to drain it?
Hold on.
Yeah?
Spixer,
Yes.
you come with me. We're gonna go down to the edge of the lake real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Go by
Um,
yourself.
Okay,
She
so
gets off, begins walking in that direction.
Lock
do
the
I
car.
see any
Without
signs of there being any? Is there any signs of subterranean anything? Cave openings, cracks in the ground.
That's an amazing and beautiful question.
How big is
You can look
What?
for
Okay,
dirt
so what
piles.
distinguishing feature? You're looking for cracks, crags,
Basically
potholes.
anything that would allude to me that there is hollow spots underneath this.
Okay. A roll. Let's do a survival check.
Okay. Spixer, help me. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a different
Ollie,
die.
help him.
Help him, Mom.
Okay.
I'm not sure what you want. Do you want my armor or do you want down?
19.
19. With a 19, you're able to see that there doesn't appear to be any divots in the ground. Hitting your feet onto the ground with Spixer's ear very close to it, you do hear sort of like an embedded hollowness, not close to the surface. It's hard to tell how deep, especially with that check. Most notable feature, though, is that the sort of like precipice of the lake seems to like be dipped a little bit. So you can see on the other side of the lake that there is a border of like elevated land, like the liquid has like kind of went down a little bit, and you can't see the actual like sort of like the shoreline from here. It's just kind of a black line, as if it's lower than what you'd be able to perceive from this vantage. This is all to say that it was once a higher volume than it is currently.
I don't remember, and I don't have a card for it, but am I able to change the Naktar's mode once a day?
You are.
I don't think so. I think it's just limited to once every 24 hours.
I believe your options were subnautical, pulse cannon, or armor, right?
No, the final one was an extra attunement slot.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Which you're currently using, right?
I am, but
I was gonna see it.
It doesn't expel the item, it just doesn't use it.
Right.
You're not able to attune to it.
I could summon an earth elemental to see if he could burrow through, or
How much?
can Earth Elementals? Do they have Earth Walk or Earth Glide?
they can phase through earth.
Well, I was gonna go into the lake. I think I like your idea better.
Please don't.
But I also can't share consciousness with it.
Are
I
you trying to
mean-
drain it from inside or from the outside?
I think it would
make a
be.
dam or burst it open or.
There
I
is
gave
still
it
a
the
dam-like
command.
structure.
Well, no, I thought there was like a big stone that needed to be pushed over or
Because
something.
could you just have your elemental like go down there and then start like punching up from what's underneath?
I could, but
My thought is, if it's demon ichor, let me just use something of the opposite sort.
I can
Radiant.
breathe in the lake.
no, you
No.
cannot.
No.
A moonbeam would not.
Submerging yourself in demon ichor is a
No,
very
that
bad idea.
that was not. No, I just meant a moonbeam against the lake.
Is it demon or is it blood?
Well, they're the same thing. It's demon
Ah.
blood. But
What?
Yes.
Suddenly remembers what I was drinking.
Demon blood.
So
Okay, let's be specific here. It's not necessarily blood. It's actually just the goop. You know, you have a vial of this. You have
Ectoplasm.
a devil goop. When they're killed, their bodies disintegrate into a goop, and that goop just sort of sits like a toxic sludge and
Is it like-
collects in the space.
Okay.
So it's like not even blood. It's sort of like a skin.
Eat someone's cremated ashes.
Yeah, only wet and gross and sort of like
Wet, gross, and
viscous.
toxic.
It's got sort of a non-Euclidean like surface to it.
Is it like an
too.
ooze?
No, it's a liquid for sure. It's a liquid. It's like a high viscosity liquid.
I can scuba dive in the stuff without assuming, without being harmed by it.
Assuming.
But if it's
Right.
totally opaque, then it may not do very much good.
What about if we just grab
I
the
would
bucket?
say the fact that you can't see it.
You
So
guys
it
have a
sees
little bit
through
of demon
it.
ichor on you in that vial if you want to do some testing.
Testing of what? Like if it goes through.
how
See if you
opaque it
can.
is.
Oh, well, we could just look at the lake. Is it
I
opaque?
I take a rock nearby and I cast the glow cantrip on it, and I rear back and just like.
Lob it in.
See if you can even
How
see.
far are you guys from this lake?
We're up.
Peter,
We're
where would you
shoreline.
have
We
had
walked
us
up
stop?
to
Okay, so you guys walked up to it.
I would have walked up to where Peter
So
stopped.
there are
Like
some
in the
abyssal
Fellowship of the
chickens
Ring.
about. Let me just see if they're interested or not.
Oh,
They're not interested
Thank
in
God.
you. They're actually infighting and screaming at each other as they've sort of
With the males,
migrated
okay.
off towards the north of the shore as you guys approach. It's about a 5-foot drop to where it is. It's like sort of like a canyon slide almost. Like this was an area that the earth buckled and sunk a bit, and then filled with ooze. And it was at a higher volume, and then has slowly been trickling down because you see these almost like black. You know when you sorry,
It's like when you see like level lines against.
yeah, like
a
when you're
river.
cooking soup, and after a while it's created those little rings of evaporation.
Yeah.
It's that. But just black.
It's like a
It
flood
smells
marker.
like
Residue.
eggs.
Yeah.
Do we got like a stick, like a long stick?
Removable rod.
No, we need something long.
You got some funky trees near you.
Okay, I'm gonna rip a branch off.
Jen, respectfully.
These are branches.
It feels like flesh.
Okay, whatever. As long as it's like a long
You're
branch.
gonna poke it in there and make an abyssal chicken.
When you rip it off, it sort of bleeds.
Okay, I'm not gonna stick around to watch it. I've got.
Ooh, does its face? Does the fruit have faces?
It
I'm
does
not
not.
looking. I'm
So
like,
it's just an
I'm trying to go
overall
up to the
structure.
branch, grab it,
So-
and get away from the trees as fast as possible.
happened
Okay,
to your
sounds good.
stone?
Roll a dexterity saving.
I just flipped it
You
into
don't gotta do that. That was a joke.
the ichor, and I think it just was like 5 feet-ish deep,
we-
and then can we still see the light?
Can we light it on fire?
Oh, you're throwing the
Evaporate?
light in there. No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
No, as soon as it goes, the light is extinguished.
And it
Okay.
kind of like.
Gone.
I tie a rock
So
to the
it-
bottom of the stick. I
You want-
throw the
wait.
stick into the middle.
Okay.
How deep is it? Can I see the top of the stick?
Sticks will.
That's why I tied a rock to it.
Oh,
I
good.
just had to readjust my gas.
Why is everybody burping?
You throw a rock on a stick
Not
and a
I.
rock on a stick and you throw it out there?
Yeah, just chuck
Wait,
it
do you
into the
want the
lake.
glow cantrip?
I'm
There
gonna
was a
see-
rock on there?
on the end
A
of
rock
it.
and a stick in the hole
So
You
in the
tie the
lake.
stick to the rock, or is there rope involved?
No, I just tied the rock to the stick.
Okay, with no rope?
With
I
twine.
tied it with something.
Uh-huh.
I used something to tie it.
Uh-huh.
Leather.
Sure, a rope.
Wait.
Gotcha.
Some
Ooh,
skin
I have an
seatbelts.
idea.
Lovely.
I used the skin seatbelts. So I get rid of some of that
Ooh,
skin.
that's great. Way to call that back. Uh-huh. And you throw it into the lake.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Checking its depth. Can we just wade in there and grab treasure?
So I have a crazy, stupid idea that might not work at all.
I love this.
Give me 1 second. Continue
Let's
talking.
wait for this crazy,
Continue
stupid
talking.
idea.
It has
I
to
would
do with
love
your
for you to
crazy, stupid
continue
idea.
talking. Yes, please.
Oh no.
I'm ready.
Is there a way that I could stare at your stick and rock and watch it go down as far as I can and use clairvoyance to
That's
see
amazing.
into the lake wherever it goes?
I want to see my stick and rock.
Can I put my orb of clairvoyance on the stick and rock
And then throw it.
and ride it as far as it goes down?
The only downside to
And
that
put the orb in the...
is the water's totally opaque.
That sounds
So you're
super
gonna have to
good.
listen.
You do have the choice of listening or sight,
Listen or sight.
Yeah.
which is up to you. That sounds amazing.
I thought opaque
Beam,
meant
go
that
lay
you
down.
can see.
Is it only one?
No.
Or you mean you can't see?
Opaque
Go
as
lay
you
down.
can't see.
Okay. That is my idea. Yeah.
You're
That's
gonna
a good
listen to what
idea.
happens as it goes down?
Yeah, or see if I can see or hear anything in there. Well, not
Okay.
see,
Just
obviously.
switching between each action.
Yeah, that's what I did for the bedroom. Was
Could
I
do
kept
that.
switching when I didn't hear something, I switched to see, and when I didn't see, yeah.
Gotta find the stat block.
Give me a second, y'all.
That's why I was like,
This
no,
is-
I can't wait. 'cause
This
it might
is
piggyback.
hard work. I gotta look through books and all this shit. You gotta give me just
So,
a second.
could you like fireball
Just
this
a
whole
second.
lake and like light it on fire and evaporate it?
I
This is important.
prefer not to spend a spell
See,
of that level, but
That's
I
the
could.
thing.
How do we get the water out?
I don't have. I was thinking if it was water, fire would counteract it, but if it's ichor, then something of a radiant sort would.
I'm
But
just
I don't have
saying, I
anything
drank
that's
ichor and they
discreet.
lit some of the drinks on fire, so
Oh.
I thought maybe that.
I
Maybe
think
it
it's
is.
distilled.
Idea.
It's probably distilled ichor.
Try and.
What if we dumped alcohol in the lake? And then
That
lit
would be a
on
waste of
fire?
alcohol.
We could just
It
bleach
would?
the lake.
But the alcohol is pretty bad.
Currently,
I could try the big sunbeam.
I like your
thing
idea.
that I
You should
have.
go with that.
Yeah, we'll do that. Whenever
Okay.
he's ready. Well, I'm not gonna tell anybody
There
because
we
it's
are. Just
instant.
give me
Like when we're
1
doing
second to
that.
read this real quick. Just one moment, y'all.
It's
Just
just
one
like stare
second.
at it.
Take your time, babykins.
Okay, but to be specific,
We're
it
gonna
is the
start combat. You're
reduction.
gonna be totally blind.
I think this is important to know, so everyone's attention, please. To be very specific, demon ichor is the reduction of demonic blood, viscera, and bodily fluids with the consistency and odor of bile. I would
Enough.
assume black bile.
go lay down.
Sounds good.
I know you're bored. Go lay down.
And it's slimy, right?
Yucky. Yeah.
I can let her out.
Demon body cocktail.
Ooh, body cocktail.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so yes, it does fucked up shit to your body, by the way.
Yeah.
Which you guys haven't experienced too much yet with your limited exposure. However, the geysers did touch you. The long, extended exposure will fuck you right up.
I cut an extra toe off this morning.
You throw your thing into the water. The stick, normal, because it's, born of this substance. So it's just bobbing on the water. You do
Does it
notice,
sink?
huh?
With the rock?
Yeah, the rock sinks. The flesh, however, strip that you had connected everything with, begins to sort of like sizzle and writhe, almost animated of its own volition. Before,
Does it stay attached long enough to see the depth of the lake?
give me a second.
I have a feeling that's not where this is headed.
No,
Give me
I
a
don't.
second.
But I am. I had a goal here.
I know you did.
It's at least 5 feet.
I don't have to care
What
about
can
your
you do with
goals.
5 feet? That's more
I
than
can-
you knew
I don't
before.
want you to
Wait,
care about my
did it?
goals.
Grab the treasure.
You see it begin to almost melt and stretch as the flesh begins to grow long and black. And it does sort of slack and coil up on the surface after a brief period.
Okay.
So you do know that there's a distance to the bottom, and that distance is some distance. However, the flesh did elongate. So
What about the rock?
there's that.
So,
Do we know what it does
What
if
happened
it
to the
touches
rock?
you?
so I have no gauge with how deep it is with the thing I just tried.
I will say that because the flesh was sort of warped by this material, that it is hard to tell how long it became. You can kind of tell how long it started out with. I'll say give me an intelligence check to see how shallow it is.
Guesstimate. If that's 5 feet, I point at where my rock landed, and I point at where your stick is. How long do
We
you
don't
think
know
that
how
Something
deep
with
it is.
clairvoyance.
I don't know.
No, I
Can I
knew
ask
the
that
spot
question?
where
Were you doing something with clairvoyance?
I was going to, but it sounds like it might not work with
You
what
still
you
can.
You
described.
could still target the rock.
All right, I was like, I'm gonna look at whatever you threw, be it the rock, the flesh, whatever, and as it goes into the water, try to listen
Okay.
or see, though you can't see because it's black, but
All right.
and
Your
try
eyes
to
go
and
red.
I will cast
Your
that as I'm just like staring at what you
attention
just did.
goes slack, and you are attempting to hear. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to give me a perception check with disadvantage. Because you're hearing through water.
Yes.
Well, not water. You're hearing through goop.
You said perception with disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
It's a 19.
Damn.
It's a 6. Fuck. Okay, hold on. 6, 11.
11? Okay. I will say that the sounds are not unnoticeable or uncanny. It sounds like water. There is sort of like a brief like swish and wishing around for a little bit. It sort of like ebbs and flows. Like whereas down on the top it's very still. Down here it goes from like still to beginning to get a little agitated. There's specifically like 1 or 2 moments where you sort of like feel like a.
Are there any creatures in this lake?
Are you using Augury?
Hold on,
I'm using
arms
it's
closed. Just sort of
clairvoyance,
goes.
I think.
Just sort of goes.
Oh wait, yeah, because I can't see until I'm.
Who are you asking?
Is that what I'm doing? No, it's not that one.
Can I look
It's
for
clairvoyance.
any
I
signs
need to get
of
my poop in a group.
yeah? Can I look for animal poop nearby?
Survival check.
Yeah, you said poop in a group, and I
I
thought
was just
exactly that.
It's just what I'm sorry. What did you ask me?
That's a good question. What did I ask you? What I asked you before is, who are you asking?
Anyone that's around me because I can't like hear.
Hold on,
anybody.
sort of like sidling up to you. Because he's okay. I don't
Okay.
know if you know.
Huh? Because so I can still see, but yeah, because I'm.
Because you said,
listening-
are there
I'm
any
listening.
creatures in the lake?
Yeah,
And
are
he
there
said,
any
who are you asking?
creatures in the lake? Anybody?
Well,
Anybody here?
I look around.
I prefer it, yes. But he sort of like opens a book and is like flipping through it. I don't have much on demons. Did you hear something?
I blink and my I like let it go.
Gotcha.
It sounded like there was movement in there, like something swimming, moving.
Swimming. Ooh. What's it?
Swimming demons.
And as they do this, I think I'm watching their backs,
Adeleth.
but just looking along the
A deer.
shores, watching
Devileth.
for like
Devileth.
something to swoop, like a shadow, or water.
Watching
or...
the. Is it glassy? Is
Yes,
it like? Is
when
there
it,
any
like-
movement? on
Yeah, there's
the-
ripples.
ripples?
There's ripples. It's sort of like a sea
Huh.
of sort of watered down molasses. You know.
Wait.
But he just says, there's a few demons who are partial to
That can survive in it.
fluid, blighting creatures. It might be useful to drain it first and then see if they are creatures of the water, you'll have an upper hand by making them creatures of the land.
How would you best suggest we drain it?
I have an idea, but
If we
By
can't
all
touch
means.
it.
So like references to you.
You?
the only worry I have with just blowing a hole in the bottom of the lake is if there is any
We don't wanna-
treasure in there,
Yeah.
we have no idea if we're blowing up portions of that.
Could we take the water?
And move it somewhere else?
Yes.
Or like in a different... Can
Like a
anyone,
cup.
Portal it to somewhere else?
I wouldn't advise touching it.
Well, not without touching.
With the
Does
jar.
anybody have
Magic?
So we're
access
going
to summon elemental
move the
or
lake,
control
but not
water?
touch it.
Move the lake and not touch it.
I can pray to Mialiki on it.
Can we transform
Nice.
the Ichor into
Plays
something
outside
else?
my skills.
I don't do magic. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Val is like keeps trying to hold up a bucket to be like, we could just start, and
That's
I don't think
good
that.
burn.
Yeah.
Can we transform it to something else? The Ichor. Can it be like?
I can't change its shape. I could try to have a elemental attempt to burrow and create an access point.
Could you create a channel of sorts, like they use in Neverwinter to divert?
I would imagine that we
I
would
know
at
a lot
least want
about
another,
aqueducts as
at
they are
least one
used
other
in-
elemental with them.
Earth elemental idea is a pretty good idea.
I hear some of the abyssal chickens have killed a number of their
What
like
if we throw some
kin
chickens in
and
and
have
see
like
what happens?
dumped them into the waters and are celebrating off to the north.
That
Almost
sounds.
seems like a good
Oh.
idea.
Can I catch a chicken?
Oh,
You
absolutely.
can if you
Absolutely.
want to try that.
I see.
Are
I
we
hear.
derailing here?
Yes. I see that. I hear that.
How big are the chickens?
Yeah.
How big are they?
I assist.
Well, Dawn's gonna kind of push forward and be like, "Do we have a better idea than
No.
just drain the lake?"
Leave.
Can we pull objects out of
Do
the
you
lake?
have an idea, Uldan?
We cannot.
Drain the lake.
Oh,
Drain.
Great.
so you weren't
Drain.
saying draining the
Wait,
lake
wait,
was a
wait,
bad
wait,
idea.
wait.
No, I was saying that's our only
wait.
idea.
Guile.
Drain it.
She sort of like appears
Yeah.
far too close for you to
Yes,
realize
Guile.
because she was invisible.
Guile.
She's like about 7 feet away from you.
Oh,
She sort of looks at you.
What did you think about the water, the ichor, the juice?
It wouldn't be advisable to touch it. Can't really see it through it. Drain the lake.
I got an idea. The front of our vehicle is like a giant vacuum cleaner.
I wondered that.
We hook a pipe up to the exhaust. We could just drive into it. Let's suck all that shit
Yeah!
up and shoot it out.
And then we'll spray the rest of the ichor out to the sides.
We'll spray it out of the lake, right?
Right.
I mean,
And we just keep going and it sprays.
All right.
that's a good idea, right?
Is the lake up on like a cliff?
Yeah.
Type
What's our
thing.
high and low around this area?
What are the levels?
Oh, it's like straight up with you. It's not like it's booping and booping and bopping it.
No, I mean,
What's
here's the
around
lake.
us?
Are we near a cliff that the lake would be able to drain out of if we
If we
created
broke-
a hole?
So
For
that's
it.
the question. Is it's from the sounds of it, the land underneath this lake has been eroding to the point of it seeping through. So you could potentially like try to break it through and just let it drain into whatever chasm is beneath. That's the vibe.
I'm gonna summon an earth elemental.
You could have the earth elemental carry a bomb with it and just like underground
Just a ticking
somewhere.
bomb
But didn't you
appears
say
and
that
sticks
would
his
blow up
hands.
the treasure?
Oh God! He's
Why
got an
is it
arm.
activated?
Oh God!
Oh, you
Six
didn't want
turn
it.
off.
That's so funny.
I summon an earth elemental at 5th level.
The chickens scream and go
But-
further to the
But
north.
what if it blows up the coins too, or sends them somewhere else flying?
I mean,
Touch them like Mario.
let's start slow.
We
Let's
get-
use the elemental. We'll just have it punch a few
So
times.
I'm gonna summon it 5th level. So it
Gotcha.
has
I already used mine.
I get out
16
my
16 AC,
sword.
60
And
health
my
points.
Okay, so how many? What is it?
It's an earth elemental, so it has earth glide,
What was its AC and its hit points?
16 AC, and 60 health points. It'll go after my turn.
It's immune to poison.
It is immune to poison.
I was wondering if this was acid.
I think it's poison.
So this massive creature forms up out of the rock next to me, and then I just see if you can find a weakness and exploit it. And I'll send it to burrow beneath the lake. gliding
drain.
down, and basically it's going to try and find the drain plug and pull it if it can.
The
Okay.
scab.
It's trying to find the weak spot to
Mhm.
exploit. Gotcha. That sounds great. So,
Yeah.
I need to roll something.
This music sounds
I need initiative
suspicious.
Oh!
from the elemental, as you all on land can't see what's happening.
Can I fly up above the lake and
Yeah.
look down on it?
17.
I also would like to get a
And like
vantage.
just see what's around the area too. Like if there
Like-
if there's anything to drain,
Um,
like break the ground and drain the lake like
Mhm.
a river. You know,
or
like,
or
I'm
just
gonna-
to notice us.
I'm gonna need for your
just a
elemental
Mm-hmm.
to do its round of damage.
Sure. It gets 2 strikes.
Yep.
So first,
Does it have
oh shit, is a 19 plus 9. It's 28 to hit
Okay.
for the first
That
hit.
definitely hits rock.
Is the rock wearing armor?
And that is 1d10 plus 9.
Sorry.
rock.
16 points of damage for the first strike. Second is 18 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
And then. Oop. Fuck yeah. 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. So 2 huge like rumbles. You see ripples emanating from off to the I guess like southern side of this, since you guys are facing the western direction. There's this little like almost like boobish that kind of like is part of the lake. I could show you a map, but I won't.
I'm gonna fly over and hover like closer
But
to
you
where
see
it's
the
happening.
ripples kind of emanate from that area. 2. You hear it beginning to buckle, but it doesn't appear like it's gone slack yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little Wookiee choir. No,
is it,
you minus one.
I'm not good at live.
Never
Okay.
lie.
Unnatural one.
What do you need, buds? 20s?
Never you worry your pretty little mind.
Well, then I shan't share.
Okay, that's 1.
Forgot I had gloves of thievery.
But yeah, I'll be hovering over where it's happening and like turn and look at Grudge just so that
Plus
it's like
5
you can
to
mark
Can I get a
sleight of
perception
hand.
check, Nuanen?
where it went. You sure can.
Are they attunement?
Nope.
Good at dice.
I still have 1 attunement.
You got an open attunement slot?
Yes.
17?
And this guy.
17? Sounds
And
good.
he,
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Sure.
And you have disadvantage, by the way.
what's happening?
He is resistant to
It's fine.
piercing and slashing damage, just FYI.
Got you. Magical?
Doesn't say magical.
Yeah, if it doesn't specify, then usually magical gets through it.
Strength save. Oh, that's good. Oh, hopefully the next one is good too. That's worse. 12.
Okay.
Failure.
Oh my goodness!
It's not a failure, it's a learning opportunity.
It's true. I love that you guys can't see what's happening.
Nope. I should have put my fucking thing on your column instead.
I don't know what's
You wouldn't have been able to see it anyway.
Well, not see here.
I suppose.
Here, if there's like a growling creature, or if it's just a hidden rock down there, or what.
13 plus 13,
Yeah, it's strength saving
15
throws,
plus
just huge rocks falling on top of it.
17.
I mean,
Oh wow, I'm rolling really high. What's that? 2
Is this a
plus
spell?
14, which is
He's
30,
nowhere near you, babe.
36.
we're above
plus
it.
8.
We're marking it for
is
Grudj, so he knows where it is. I don't know if that's helpful. Probably not.
44.
Wait, you went from
Plus-
26 to
What
34?
are you doing? What's
No, I went
going
from
on?
36
What's
to
happening?
44.
I'm dying.
36 to 44, 45, 46.
46 what?
Damage, babe.
Okay,
Oh,
so that
yes,
is-
and?
Okay. So, this isn't a concentration spell, is it?
It is a concentration spell.
Okay.
However, I cannot lose concentration on summons.
Perfect. You can't have it dead, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you see underneath the water, almost like this weird, like jet. The ripples form almost like a Y as they go out, and you see a shape like move through the water underneath it before like vanishing, and then there's just like as a ripple on the top. You feel your connection drop after those first buckles. You all notice the water level begins to slowly drop. And it's dropping over time.
I'm gonna fly back to
Well,
the land.
Started
There's-
something, but there is something inside the lake.
There's definitely, I saw it. It's huge.
Because my creature, the elemental would not have died just succumbing
Oh,
to the ichor.
Oh, that's what. Oh, it wasn't attacking one of you.
No.
The damage was on the.
The elemental.
Oh, I was like, what is attacking us where? Okay.
No, it was on the elemental.
Okay.
It looked maybe like it had a fin. It was like a Y shape. Or whatever equivalent of Y is in
Well.
common writing.
You know that one.
There's a
letter.
Y.
The one that
It's written like a
the
Y.
character that looks like I go like this. The character that looks like.
E-way.
All right. That's plan 2 then. Sfixer,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, bomb maybe.
Oh! Lights a
Yeah.
fucking bomb.
try to get it to where the elemental was, please.
Yeah!
Right in the middle.
Throws it. Okay, I'm gonna do this.
What if we line up explosives next to the lake and try to drain
Well, we should have definitely offered that before Sfixer threw it.
It falls right dead center in where it needs to be before it says
Perfect.
3, 2.
it? Oh god.
I'll take a step back. Great.
The ichor sprays and explodes
Oh.
off, 50 feet in that direction.
Yeah.
Before you all hear a sucking sound, and several moments after that, a whirlpool of demon ichor begins to form on the top as this thing quickly begins to drain.
Alright,
Whatever subterranean setting.
Whatever's in there is about to be real pissed. I'm just gonna kind of prep myself.
Yeah. I think
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm just going to watch the water. I think.
Quick question.
Yeah.
The sides of the lake where it was draining.
Uh-huh.
Is it just like it's like ramps the whole way down to the bottom, or is it
It
like
slopes after
ramp and
a
then?
bit. It's about sort of like a 5-foot staggered drop before a gradual slope, and then it hits the bed of it where it's like clearly was done sinking, and then it's pretty much flat.
Okay.
The entire thing is coated in demon ichor, and it does take about 3 minutes before it drains completely.
I'm gonna go hop in the vehicle and just kind of pull it up. Just pull it up to the edge of the lake where it starts to slope, and I'm just gonna sit there. I'm gonna have Sfixer hop in the grinder too.
Okay, you don't have to convince him.
Okay. Anybody want to run the other stations?
As the lake drains, do we see any irregularities or abnormalities?
Nice! Natural 20.
Natural 20!
Nice!
Hey!
We're super vigilant.
I'm not gonna-
This dice is very
25.
kind to me that you gave me.
Good.
28.
Good. I'm glad.
We lock eyes, then we look directly into its eyes.
Yeah. In 2 separate occasions over the next 3 minutes, you spot a fin and you spot a fin. 2 creatures.
Oh, I saw creatures.
I think there's more than one.
Do you need that back? Do you need that back?
It's over by Nathan.
Okay, I can't.
Yes,
get it.
it would appear you are correct.
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
While you're doing that,
Go in the bathroom?
yeah, I'm trying to decide what I'm doing next.
While you're doing that!
Stand next to a Grudj.
So, are these fish?
Well, I
If they
think-
are,
Well, we're trying to decide what we're
Not
going
everything
to do.
with the fins is a fish.
I'm just wondering if they don't got any water left.
I'm
Are they just
going
gonna flop
to...
around down there?
You want to wait for 20
Depends
minutes?
on if they're what, like, what's the... I say an elvish
We got
mammal.
20 minutes.
Mammal. I say an
Yeah.
elvish depends on if it's a mammal or...
I keep wondering if this
Fish,
demon
right?
ichor is like flammable.
I don't know
I
if
don't know
those
word
rules
for
apply to demons or not.
What are demons? I switch back to common. Are demons like reptilian?
It's
Demon?
less
Do
about...
you lay eggs?
It's more about a philosophy
This
than
is
it
I don't
is
know, I've never
about...
tried.
Do you wear?
Do you lay eggs?
Are you a mammal?
Yes.
Some celestials do lay
I
eggs,
don't know much about
however.
half-orcs.
That's true.
Only seen one other in my
Some
life.
celestials are also just eyes and rings, you know?
That sounds so comforting.
What?
Honestly.
Do you lay eggs?
I've never, I don't know.
Where's the other one?
Do the abyssal chickens lay eggs?
Where's the is it Guile or
I
is it
think
Heidi?
they just kind of crawl out of the ichor.
Do they really? Just meet her.
Is that your eggs?
Yeah.
Did you just drop eggs?
We'll
Drop
just lay an
eggs.
egg. Sorry.
What is with you guys?
Sorry, I keep
I'm on a
dropping
lot
my
of
eggs.
cold meds.
Oh.
That's what's wrong with me.
Oh,
So you're a man.
I'm gonna grab a.
Yes.
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 You want another one?
It's why
I would love
my
to
mother
have
was an
another, thank
orc
you.
and my father was a human.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because
So
the
either
genes
of
were
them
Are,
compatible.
are orcs?
I don't think an Aarakocra and an orc would have much success.
You don't know till you try.
Yeah, no one stopped me from trying.
I mean, hey,
In the high forest, some people who shapeshift for
you know, love who you love. What?
sexual pleasure.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
What?
What?
In the high
Yeah, for
forest,
sure.
some people. There's actually a term for it. I can't think of it right now, but I actually looked this up. There is an
Like
elvish
the
word,
rangers.
an elvish slur.
An elvish
what they
word
call-
for beast fucking?
There's an elvish no. An elvish word for
Gonna start
people
out.
who like to shapeshift during intercourse, like with another.
What?
Person.
Shapeshift during intercourse.
There's an actual word for it. I'll find it.
Wild
Because
fuckers.
I've been trying to learn Elvish, and I'm like I found that word, and I was like, oh, it's an
Shapeshift
insult.
during intercourse.
Yeah, there's like an Elvish word, a slur, an insult for calling like elves or people who use magic that like to shapeshift for sexual pleasure and intercourse, like for fun, funsies.
You learn new things
Well,
every
you
day.
could
Yeah,
be would.
anyway.
What's happening?
God, nerds are so horny.
It's draining. We're
They
watching.
really
We're
are.
coming
They
back.
really are.
Ooh, after 3 minutes, you see some small deposits of where the water has pooled in
Some fishy
several
skin.
locations. You notice the base of this lake is kind of like 3 points. There's the main basin right in front of you. Beyond that, where the grenade was thrown, or bomb, there is another sort of divot that's completely drained. And then off sort of to the northwest is another sort of divot. Appears to be like a smaller little area that is kind of, just full a little bit of the thing. Enough to like, trudge through if you need to.
Or hide a creature.
Well,
Do we
No,
want to?
it's not enough for that.
Do we
the
see
main
where the
basin,
fins were?
Huh?
The main basin, though, would be deep.
Yes, those 2 fins went down with the ichor into the basin below. Oh, I will also say with those natural 20s, you notice that, and you as well. Well, yeah, I'll say
25?
you kind of notice a few different things. You, in front of you, notice some, I'm going to say, sludge-coated crates. They look like squares. They could be rocks. They're coated in sludge. It's hard to tell what they are, but they do have sort of a square shape to them, and they are half embedded into the ground as if they've been there for a long time. You notice that there is a body. As the final moments of the drain sort of slip down into the drain, the ichor is trailing. You notice a flash of celestial silver, like this gorgeous, glittering plate mail that's on a long, decayed body of what you would assume to be a straight-up celestial is sort of hanging over the spot where the impact had before.
Can I scoot in there with the broom?
Slips
Can I scoot in there with the broom?
and falls.
It fell
into
down
the blackened
with the
hole.
fishies.
Wait, but I am like super fast and I saw it.
I mean,
Yeah, that sounds good. Do you want to make a dexterity check for me?
she did get a natural 20.
Yeah, you did to see it.
Go get it.
I'm gonna lean over to
Fly down
Grudj
there.
and point
Hurry.
out the boxes that I'm seeing in there.
Grab that shit.
I can do a dash,
Make our
but I
way.
don't know that I'm
Suppose.
gonna. My roll is
What's your
loading.
dash?
Who knows? Who knows what it's
100
gonna be?
feet.
D&D Beyond is gonna tell me, so I'm gonna roll this dice.
I'm gonna give you a +5.
18.
You got this.
18 plus 3 plus 5.
So 26.
For your dexterity?
Yeah.
check? Okay, sounds good. As you reach out to grab it, you notice this is the long decayed skeletal form of a blackened celestial. Its skull is like sharp in the most beautiful ways, and it is donned an impeccable, glittering set of plate mail. As you reach out to grab it, you do grab its arm. It rips off the body as you grab one of the gauntlets, and your hand immediately gets hit with ichor
Which is fine because it's like poison or
as the
acid.
rest of the body drops into the water below.
Wait, so the armor is with.
So I have one gauntlet.
You do.
Can you at least swing it out of the ichor?
I'm
we
going
have
to
a
make
gauntlet?
a little con saving
Yeah,
throw.
tell me
Just
what
a
this
little-
little.
just a little.
I'll tell you something, and I'm gonna regret saying this. I was hungry to see what the ichor did to me. I wanted to touch it.
Just
Another egg.
Just a little, thing. Just a little bit of thing.
Drop it a lot, lady. I lied when I said I didn't know.
Oh no.
What do you
Leave
do?
it.
Saving
Con.
throw? Oh.
Con saving
This
throw, what is it?
Con.
Aren't you resistant to poison though?
Yeah, what is it? Poison or acid?
Okay, what is it? What's the save?
The save was an 8.
Okay, roll a
Total?
D100 for me.
D100?
Mm-hmm.
8 total?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Y'all been exposed
Wait, no,
before.
no, wait. Because if it was a 2 and I add 8, because it's a con saving throw, then it
Still
would
10.
be 10.
It's 10?
Yeah, then it's 10. I did the math wrong.
Likely story. Roll a D-
No!
Roll a D100 for me.
So, first, which ones are these?
There. I love this.
That is 70.
That's 70?
Yeah.
Okay, 70. I wasn't sure if it was 70 or 7. I always get confused by it. Oh, baby. So cute. Oh, baby.
Okay. You feel, you immediately you sort of recoil
Yeah.
and toss the gauntlet just
Fuck.
to the
Yeah.
ground next to you in a safe locale. As you look at your fingers, you see the veins on your fingertips, like a pulse, drag into your body, and you're sort of like fuck.
My fingertips.
Before you feel like faint for a moment, and then it subsides.
What was that? Can I understand? Can I do an understanding check?
You look at your hand.
Yeah, ow.
Your veins are still like a little bit messed up. They're recovering.
Nope, I
They're
didn't.
beginning to swell just a bit with like a redness.
Did it hurt me? Did I take
It was
points of...
painful, but you didn't take like points of damage.
Okay, and it's not a disease. And it's not a poison. And I'm not frightened.
I'm gonna start trekking out to that clump of what look like crates or some
Yeah.
kind of object.
As you approach, they do look like crates. There's about 2 of them. There's one large one that seems to be broken open. The interior contents has long since turned to absolute goop. The other one does appear to be like sealed. It's almost like it's a wrought iron. It's not like as you sort of kick it with your boot, not touching the ichor, but like hitting.
Yeah, spots that aren't or whatever.
Safe leathers.
Yeah.
It does make like a pang sound, and there appears to be the rattle of something inside.
Can I use my hand axe of warning to try to pry it open without touching anything?
Yeah.
Like to try to. Cool. What do you want me to
You want
do?
the other one.
I'm gonna say.
That's
So
the
are you making
spell.
an attack, or are you just trying to use it as a tool?
Use it as a tool.
Roll a intelligence check.
I'll give you advantage.
Maybe I could try this little.
Anybody else doing anything?
I'm helping.
Okay, sounds good.
So, to be clear, the suit
Roll an
of
investigation
armor,
check for me.
I think it's gone.
it went into
It's gone.
the Ichor pool.
Yeah, so it like did
Oh, okay.
sort of like
Nice.
it drained into the central area, and then it was sitting at the basin of that on the edge. You had just enough time to grab its arm before
And the
the
arm
body
basically snapped
broke off,
Yeah.
and the rest of the body fell into the pool that it drained into underneath.
I'm not sure it's worth.
Oh, so it didn't go into the pool that is still filled with
No, it went
Ichor.
into the lower pool.
It
It's
went
bad.
into where
It's
everybody
gone.
got sucked into.
Where the fish are. Where the monsters.
Yeah, we don't need to.
Where the fish are.
Where the fish are.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. A dirty 20.
A dirty
Uh,
20.
You do see a couple weird shapes amidst the muck. You found about 2 soul coins,
Oh,
just
good.
in cursory
Nice.
looking
Sure.
around other people. You also
Well,
found
yeah.
just a bunch of weird bones and like odd stuff,
Two
lots of
soul.
metal
Sure.
pieces. Yeah, okay.
I got a 19.
19.
To open it.
To open
To
it?
open.
Yeah, I'll say you sort of like hit it and then use your foot to slam down on the back of it, and it cracks this thing open. It was iron. It did take a little bit of resistance to open, but when it flips open, it is a jiggling bag or like box of potions.
Oh, okay.
They all appear
I
to be
will-
red.
Carry them with us. I'll take them.
Might as well.
Yeah, I mean,
They're certainly doing nobody of use here.
So the other box was melted.
Yeah, the other box had like a break in it and was just completely melted inside.
Well, we at least have 3 war machines against the warband.
I'm gonna look around for more things in this lake.
Okay, roll
Are
an
we-
investigation check.
I will
Hey, Vander.
investigate as well.
Yeah.
I touched the stuff.
He grabs
It like hurts a
Oh,
little
wait,
bit, but
never
also
mind.
it didn't
Thought it was
hurt at
15.
all.
Do you feel changed at all?
My fingertips kind of
sucks.
went into my body for a second, like they were falling through the abyss that was my being.
Touch this
I'm not.
stuff.
I didn't mean to.
Well, flesh can be changed, warped when it touches.
Okay.
Permanently warped.
Okay. I will touch it again.
Everyone be very careful.
Okay.
That's it. Before he looks down at the hole, he's like, oh, nasty work. Have we found anything?
2 soul coins.
Nice.
Enough to at least get the motorcycles running so we could take that to the war machine.
Pinnacle?
Nuanen
don't
is
know.
still looking.
I'm looking around for anything else and flying up if need be.
Oh,
But just
that's
like
good.
looking, yeah,
Good.
to see.
Sounds
if
good.
there's- stuff.
Roll an investigation check. Oh, you already did.
I did. It
Yeah,
was a
what?
10.
10?
Oh.
I will say there's not really a lot to discern here. It was a risk coming here. You didn't know what could have fallen down here, and you did find a few things, but
Sure.
I mean, there's not a lot other than the stuff you found of note.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, by the way, looking at, so you have kind of the gauntlet in your hand, right, or like near you.
Yeah, I imagine I was like, ow, and would have tried to
Okay,
not throw
Sounds
it back into the goop. But
perfect. What were you saying?
When you look into the hole,
Mhm.
did it continue draining down into lower systems, or is there just a
Sorta.
pool?
So there is a large pool. It's dark down there, really dark, and your dark vision can only see about like what, 60 feet.
I'll drop a glowing coin down, copper.
Okay. In the moments before it hits the water and it's completely obscured, you do see that the chasm is kind of more than it lets on to be. So there is like a well that the Ichor sort of formed into, and it is kind of draining into what you would assume some sort of aquarian like tunnel system or limestone deposit. But there are places to land on either side. There's these small, like sort of like sloped ledges that come out. One about 20 feet high, and the other one just 10 feet before the water.
Did I get any sheen? Did I see any sheen? Like
Perception check, quick.
Sheen? Like Charlie?
no.
Down here.
Oliver.
16.
He stole.
16.
He's
You do
trying to
notice
put it in his
that
mouth.
on the sort of lowered edge, in just the moments before that thing hits the water, there is a flash of half-plate whale that's sort of like half, like in the water, half out.
It's not worth it.
Tar could go get it.
But I have half-blade mail. How do we even know it's...
No, it's full plate.
It's full plate.
It's
Celestial
just half
full plate.
submerged.
But don't
Do you want to investigate the gauntlet you got there?
Valenccya,
Yes.
you are going to help me with this because this is for you.
You don't want to know if this is part of your ancestry?
Down here in this hell pit hole? You think that's I mean,
Vander's
yes,
gonna
I
look
do
at the
want to
gauntlet.
know. Yes, Vander, help. Yeah.
Well, rightfully so, it should belong
So-
to you.
He puts
and
on
Vander
his
should have
gloves, he
Yeah.
grabs the gauntlet,
I watch
He looks
and I'm
at
like,
it.
oh right, gloves.
roll a
Yeah.
religion check.
Does the Ichor...
I pray to Mialiki for 1 second to give me guidance because I am.
I'm gonna touch Peter and give him haste.
Poopy poopy poo.
At
Oh.
religion.
Maybe I could just go down there and grab it real quick.
Yeah, I'm bad.
That's
11.
up to you, bud.
Sounds great. If you want to try that, you definitely can.
I also thought about doing like a hook on a rope, get into one of the straps on
What
the
about
armor.
the car? The bus? Do we have anything on the bus that we can
There's probably a winch
play
on the
crane?
bus, right?
Play crane game?
Well,
We didn't get a crane.
We didn't get a
I
crane.
pushed for the crane. We didn't get a crane.
But there could be a winch. A winch is a very...
I could just ride down there. on
We
the
don't have
broom
a
and
jeep.
Pull it back up, but.
Aw.
I mean, it'd be nice to confirm. I know Vander's taking a look at it now, but it'd be great to confirm that it was actually magical. I know it's not celestial.
Oh, it's magical.
Oh,
He's sort of looking over.
it looks nice.
thing.
I mean, from what I can see.
What was your religion check?
11. 1 over
11?
10. So, like, yeah, maybe. It makes sense that it would be good stuff since it's.
Oh no.
Since it
Oh.
withstood
He
the.
lasted so long.
No, no, no. What happened?
His arm came off.
Wait, who's?
Everyone's breaking.
Our baby boy.
Also, there are 2 dice
Somewhere.
somewhere on the ground,
I
but
blame Oliver.
Well, yeah, it definitely was Oliver. 100%. That was one of the cutest things I'd ever seen, though. He like tried to scoop it into his mouth, and then he couldn't get it.
Did you find that for us? Thank you.
okay, just one die. There's a green one
Another
this color
D20.
somewhere.
She did have it in her mouth. I will admit that.
So see any green in her poop?
What was your religion check?
11.
11.
11.
Okay. Wow.
So, I mean-
You're coming up with nothing. However, it is shining like you're fucking, like you've never seen before, other than
Some
we're looking at
celestial
you
stuff.
every single day in your beautiful
Didn't have to
God.
ask.
Peter, remember
Uh,
that you have a +2 to your AC currently with haste.
Just so y'all know, Vander does look at it. He goes, this is very magical. It's some relic from a celestial warrior of Tempest. Ancient.
Well, that's all I needed to hear. I kind of just like,
Peter,
what was that?
The
careful.
ghost.
The ghosts, they're here.
I kind of like rub behind my ear a little bit, and then all of a sudden my visor comes up over my head and wraps over my face, and I accept the haste. I tie a rope around my waist, and I dive in the hole.
Hell yeah! Diving all
Nuanen,
the way into the hole.
I grab
You
him,
going
I
straight for the water?
I'm going straight for the armor.
Can I make
Oh, that
a...
And I'm
shit would've
using,
got me to
uh,
that kid.
I'm using the protection of the suit to hopefully not cause any weird skin touchy side effects.
So you're just wait, you're using your
Dive-bombing
wings,
into
right,
the
to
suit.
like buffer this fall, or
Right.
what's- Okay, so you're not just like
We're just bungee
Right,
jumping.
but I
in.
am hasted, so I'm going very fast.
That's
I'm just
okay.
not-
I don't think it needs to be that fast.
I grabbed
It's
the
only
rope.
about like a 50, 60 foot drop.
I just don't want any surprise alligator attacks, so I'm trying to be quick
You don't
about
want
it.
to be
I've
anything
got it. I'm
like
wrapping
that.
it-
That
wrapping
sounds
it
great
around
and
me.
wonderful.
I
Hold
prep
it.
and attack at anything. I will attack my friend.
You make your way to the bar.
How long do we
You're
give it
standing
before we
there.
make a
You do see the plate mail is sort of like half slouchy dude
Grab that shit.
into the water. As you reach
Stop.
for the
Stop.
plate mail and the skeleton that comes with it, I need you to roll initiative.
Can we all?
You definitely would. 'cause
I
you're looking
definitely
at
would.
the wall.
I'm with their.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Are you very perceptive to things that are obscured by water, or full cover?
I have really high investigation.
Can you roll a perception check for me?
If my passive is 24, can I see it?
4.
Shush, shush, shush. This doesn't concern you. 4. Okay. So they do get a surprise round on you because they are obscured and you didn't notice anything was there, and they're
Okay.
also under the water. And I say they because there's more than one of them. Okay.
Chickens!
Sounds good. Yes, definitely chickens. 100%.
I don't think that's chickens.
I'm so bad about
I need you to
this.
roll, your straight up initiative. Lovely, lovely girls. I would say, since all of you are also watching this, that you can roll initiative if you'd like.
I'm trying to roll whatever I can. They're all bad.
Initiative
Sometimes that's the
15.
story we get.
I don't need it right now. I can
Oh.
just speaking. That's not how you spell initiative at all. Do you guys want to hear how I spelled initiative?
Yeah.
INITITITOTE.
Initity.
Okay, great. 20 plus 20.
20 plus 20 is 40.
15. Shush, shush, shush. 10.
Good job, Ruby.
5. 0. Okay. Now, creature time. Okay, that's not great. That's also not great. Aw, sisters. Okay, cute.
Sisters.
There were
So-
only 2.
To be clear, there are these couple of creatures that are attacking me, but then there are also the creatures that didn't go down into the hole that are in the pool up top.
No.
I will say that you don't know because you're down at the bottom. So
Because there was still liquid on the surface that
I
we
know,
could see.
Yes.
right? I know.
Okay, so yeah, there could be more creatures, I guess.
There could be. But right now, the ones that are attacking you need to know your initiative.
Gaia!
A 10.
Okay, 10.
Help
Oh,
us!
shit. I also got a 10.
Gaia!
Okay, 25
You
to
go
20.
right after me, I'm sure.
Giles
Oh,
got a
wait,
roll.
I got plus 4, yeah.
Damn, that's
Plus
not
3.
great. Okay, what am I
A haste will be helpful.
Packet. I got a little packet, y'all.
What's your AC right now?
22.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, one of them did in my Earth amount, did over 60 points of damage in a round.
Okay, okay.
So-
But they have to hit me.
Vander.
Mhm.
Ooh, good job, Vander.
So
I say we
67
do a
with
good
the
old
10?
classic runaway.
Oh yeah,
Night.
please
Plus
everyone
the
remember you have 15 temp hit points. I didn't say
I
that.
got 71.
That happened this
You say
morning,
15.
which was last session.
I'm at 82.
I don't have mine
Ooh,
on, but I'm at 1.
nice.
You might actually survive a round of attack
At
from
one
each
night.
creature.
Okay, so 25
Wouldn't
to
that
20?
be cool?
I'm 19.
19. 20 to 15? Yeah.
15 for Grudj.
Gotcha. What is your dex?
My dex is.
You and Vander are going at the same time, so you
It's
can
one.
organize that however you want.
Vander can go first.
Okay. 10
Just-
to 15?
We both got 10.
Okay,
He's
which one's
first.
better?
Goes
You
first.
are. Okay, the new Okay, is that it?
Hold on.
I already got everybody else.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we're all bouncing into action, doing our thing. We're bound, bound. However, so surprise rounds. Do they have to happen before you hit round for the surprise round?
No,
No,
they
they
get
just
a
get-
round. If he
Okay.
failed his perception check, they get a round to go.
Gotcha. I will say they are not in close enough range to do any melee strikes right this second.
Oh, that's good.
However, part of their thing is they
Fire a harpoon.
you feel a gout of ichor spray out from the now new lake towards you. It crashes over the body. It is very forceful. I need you to make a strength side.
Oh shit, I'm holding him on a rope too.
You are.
That rope is gonna be so
Yeah,
gone.
the second it hits the rope, snapped. Just so you know. Okay. Roll a strength saving
Okay. Just sprinting towards the hole.
I know. I think I'm like, let's go.
He's like, no. At least I can touch him and bamf us both out.
Why aren't you with me? I need it. I need the.
I said I would love to go
Peter,
with
if you're
you.
gonna do stupid things.
You hasted him. You zipped off.
19 minus 1, 18.
Great, that's wonderful and amazing. I love that so much. You do save the thing, and you are not underwater, so you do not have disadvantage, which is amazing. You do take half damage, though, so I'm going to deal a shit ton of damage to you just real quick.
Is this a spell?
And
It is not.
Is this
It's an ability.
poison?
It is not. It is acid.
Fuck.
Good.
I'm not resistant to that. Oh, I do have this though.
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
I need this though. I know we're doing this.
Ooh, I didn't roll too great. 5, 10. Okay, perfect. 10.
Oh, good lord.
And, 7 plus 8 is what?
15.
So 25 plus another 11 is 36 halved, which is 15, 16, 17, 18 points of acid damage plus 4. So wait, that's 18 plus 2, right? Yeah, so just 20. 20 points of acid damage.
And then halved?
That is halved.
Oh, okay. So 20.
Yes, I think that's right?
So
36
5 of
divided
your
by
regular
2.
ones.
36
18.
plus 4.
36 plus 4, so that'd be
Divided by
40 divided by 2,
Yes,
20.
okay,
Yeah.
cool, perfect.
5.
20 hit points of damage. 20.
I thought I
And
would do that.
you feel as it sprays against you, and all you see this sort of creature's
Oh, it
head
does that.
comes up from under the water, and it's this frilled
Like
creature. It is like sort of a mass of cascading spined frills that are all blackened and shake with the ichor as it spouts it out against you. Its mouth is beteethed. Its eyes, sort of like this gross yellow, are from slits opening up to their full wideness as it's almost screaming this ichor out at you. And then there's a moment where it's completely descended and almost like a rocket, you see its neck begin to fill, and it sucks it back, trying to force you and the ichor towards it. You save, however, push away from the other side of it, as the other one does the same thing. I need you to make another strength saving throw. Because you're not within range for all its melee shit!
I suggested doing the fishing thing.
No, we did not need to.
And then I got hasted, and I was like, oh, okay. I'll just go down there.
Roll a strength save.
18 again.
18. You save. However, you do take a bunch of damage. Again.
Bunch of damage halved.
It is. I will also have you make a strength check to hold on to the armor that does not get sucked. But we'll do that after damage. Just give me a second. So,
Why do you do this?
As Peter's 3
I got enough to worry about.
Oh my god.
Lovies, why do you do this? I
Why do
get
you-
talked her
why do you do
personally.
this?
Oh my god, it's the same as last time! Okay, so 12 plus 15 is 17, or 27. Plus 8 is
27 plus 8 would be
35. Plus 2 is 37. Plus 4 is 41.
Half
Divided by
20.
2 is another 20. 20 points of acid damage to you, sir. Roll that strength check.
Okay. I'm going to buff it.
Lovely.
16.
So the DC for this strength check. is-
But it wasn't aiming at the armor.
Nope,
was aiming
it
at me.
sucks everything in that's in its range.
So it's an AoE that it hits. It's not a target.
Well, it is a spray. Stop contesting my rules. Shush, shush, shush. The DC is what you had to say for the DC, and that is a 17. So I will say, as you have it in your arms, it another arm from the gauntlet, the other one you've been holding on to, breaks off, and you manage to grab the gauntlet and the helm as the rest of the body drips into the water.
Peter!
That is their turn. Top of the round. I will say, you know what? You're going to have a moment to act first before everyone else gets to act.
just because of my situation.
Hell yeah. Okay, do the thing.
Ow!
I was over here like leaving
Help.
out. Now I'm like, pick it up.
Hell has changed you.
Or would you like me to start at the top of the round? I don't
No.
care. We'll do whatever we do.
What do you want?
Do your thing.
I uncork a vial, I pop it, I drink it, and I take a boldness potion.
Okay.
I get +1 to all checks for a minute. And then I just do a quick little fly up with the helm and the other gauntlet, and I'm like, almost there. I hand it to you.
Do you have gloves on? I just want to ask, because last time you didn't have gloves on.
I definitely put my gloves on when my brother was like, see the gloves!
Good. Okay, I love that.
Don't touch.
Okay. Is that your turn? Do you have anything else you'd like to do this round?
How
Before it goes up to
how
the front?
far was it up to the top?
I would say it's about 60 feet.
Okay.
Up to the top.
So
Almost a similar sort of amount and fire of distance as those spouts would be. I've said too much.
well, I guess I just step over the edge so they can't see me anymore.
Okay, sounds good.
And
Is that your turn?
I still have an action.
Yeah, you do.
Is Fixer nearby?
Yeah, I would say so.
I reach into his bag and pull out a grenade.
Okay, you roll a grapple check. He's not giving you your fucking grenades really.
Sleight of hand.
Like he's
Yeah.
just got an open grenade pocket.
You with your covered in demon ichor grabbing his bag looking for shit.
That's a pretty good roll. I don't know. I think Grabby Peter Grab Hands grabs a little grenade.
27.
Okay. He doesn't appear to be noticing.
I
as he's
throw it in
looking
the
over
hole.
the edge. Okay, sounds good. Okay, sounds good. You use your action, you throw a grenade down there. There's a little bit of time, I would say, before it goes off. Then it does explode. It explodes way down at the bottom, and actually, let me just roll a little.
For funsies.
World.
I'm hoping that the armor gets blown back up onto the shore.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
That's a really good hope.
such a good
You know what
idea.
does get
Destroy
blown
the
onto
armor.
the shore?
Score.
Spitty spattles of demon ichor.
Ah, we all
As everybody in the
splatter.
direct vicinity of the hole must roll a dex saving throw to stop from being touched
Ichor rain.
by ichor blast.
Anybody who's 5'10" from me gets a +5. I don't know if anybody is.
Wait, what do we
Stop
roll?
touching
Sorry,
ichor,
I'm so sorry.
God.
What are we doing?
With your +5
Yes.
Dex
That-
save? Is that what it is?
is an 11.
Oh, shit. I got a 27.
26.
I just hold up my shield.
I sit under your shield too, and I get an 11.
Most of it gets on you.
You actually funnel it onto me because it drapes off your
Peter, I
shield.
didn't see you standing there. I'm so
Just
sorry.
splashes off the shield on
That
your
warm
face.
feeling that you always give me, I'm not feeling it right now.
Very ice cold.
Kind of shivering and
I
like.
could use one of those speeches, Val. We can do one if we get up long enough to get it.
Okay. What did everyone roll?
27.
Gotcha.
26.
11.
Okay, that's great. Super good. You are wearing a suit that keeps it from your skin, so you didn't really have to roll. I should roll it for the rest of people though.
Whoa. Does that
Xander,
mean I
not-
shouldn't have taken damage when they attacked me? Because it was ichor?
No, it's acid. That's a different thing.
They were spraying acid.
Yeah,
but
they
they
spew a
live in
different thing, but they
Oh.
live in the ichor.
That's
There's a
cool.
lot of different fluids happening
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm clear.
If it wasn't clear, these are demons. So just keep that in mind. They live in here.
They're pretty bad.
Also, I think it's really cool. The only person who did not save is Vander,
No, brother!
who is going to take a little bit of...
He's 10 feet from me.
Even
He
with
is
the +5?
absolute.
Oh, actually, everyone who failed needs to make a con save.
Wait. Okay, so Vander is absolutely 10 feet from me. For sure.
For you.
For sure. Twin
24.
powers activate 10 feet
24.
away.
I don't think you failed.
Okay,
did you?
sounds good.
I got an 8 Is that fail?
It is.
No.
a
8 for
failure.
the dex
Yeah,
save.
but you do manage to save, as your skin is fried. However, you do not suffer the effects of whatever it is that could make it worse. Same for Vander, which is
like
wonderful and amazing. Amazing. So as it explodes, you do see another flash of the item. I'll say, you know what? Let's roll this, just because it's fun. And you're exploding this body.
Is that a luck check? Can I give it a +5?
Stop using those! They're so precious!
You threw the grenade. Why not?
Okay, it's +5.
The body is in one piece as one of the legs explodes and flies out of the hole about 10 to 15 feet behind you, hitting an abyssal tree and landing to the ground. The rest of the body is separated into two parts, the bottom and the top. The plate skitters onto the higher ledge of the area, and the bottom half goes to the bottom of the basin. You can also see these creatures sort of like gasping as they are out of water for a brief moment before flopping into the next hole that drops it down even further. They are a horrifying amalgam of fins and scales, sort of purplish and blackish and yellow. They are long. I would not call them mermaids.
I'm not doing that tonight.
Oh.
And they have a lot of fins. They also have these sort of
Sparkle
like
waters.
horrifyingly sickening hooks on either hand and a mouth of barbed anger.
Oh, do you
yeah,
have a picture?
I do have a picture.
I would like to see it.
Okay, I don't know how to. Let me just.
Never mind.
Let me just quick do this.
It's too much
No,
trouble.
no, it's not too much trouble.
I don't
It's
wish
not
to
too much
trouble you.
trouble. Not too much trouble at all. There it is.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Oh my god, they're
right?
kind of hot.
But
Yeah,
these
it's like
ones,
still a little
these ones are
attractive.
really purplish. These are more
We
sort
gotta
of
play
like
Smash
a
Cast
like
later
a
around the
black
campfire.
to yellow motif. They appear to be altered because of the place that they are born from. So that's them. There's a brief moment while they're above the water before they go on down, but you notice in this area, sort of dangling again, just because I like this, the half of the
tempted
plate.
things.
That's right there. Yeah.
I'm never tempted
Wait,
by
can I
things.
see the remaining pieces down in the hole now?
You can, yes. There is one sort of leg and pelvis bit with the skirt attached that's on, I'll call it the safe ledge.
Oh, good, there's a skirt.
And then there is the full chest piece
Oh,
and
good.
back piece that is on the right next to the hole. Again, just kind of teetering on that edge.
Okay.
God damn it, Luck!
All
You know
right.
what I mean?
Okay,
Where are
we
in
need a big
initiative
hook
order?
and the rope, and we're just gonna do the thing. And then it's my turn's over.
Okay, that sounds great. Valenccya, you are next.
Gonna go fishing for the armor.
Then Uldan, Vander, and Grudj.
Yeah, so hypothetically, which armor would be the closest to Valenccya if I was at the
The
top of
closest
the
one
hole?
would be to the sort of leg, skirt, pelvis situation.
Yeah, we do it quick.
That's about a 30-foot drop onto a sort of craggledy red.
Yeah, we just hop on our broom and we do a little 50-foot skeet.
Sounds
Using the dash action if I can. If I use the dash action, can I not pick up an item?
Picking
It
up
is
an
an
item
action,
is free.
so no.
It's a.
Picking up an item is free. Off the ground.
It's an object interaction.
Yeah.
It is.
So if I could dash there with
I would like for it not to be free, but that's just me.
50 forward, 50
You've
back.
made this way harder than it
And I
should
can
have
just-
been.
I know, like piece right. I never want stuff, and now I want it so bad. I grab the skirt if I can. I'll use my action to move in, dash,
sorry, you're
and then
just-
get
Before
out.
you
Top of the
leave,
cliff.
nothing happens.
Okay.
You grab the skirt
Okay.
and the leg.
I
It's
think
great. It's got a
Um,
boot attached.
with my
There's a kneecap on it.
trying to see if I had any bonus actions I could create a distraction.
Uh-huh.
But,
You found it. Uh-huh.
actually,
Uh-huh.
Beanie's such a good finder.
She is.
She's a Hufflepuff.
no, never mind.
Oh, I'm just looking for the green dye while other people are doing their thing.
Yeah,
What
that's
are
my
you
turn.
doing?
That's my turn. I was trying to see if I had any
He's
bonus
trying
actions.
to retrieve all the dice he's
I always
dropped
try to use
today.
ensnaring
Yeah,
strike,
all like 18
but
of them.
it's hard because it does damage to the thing it ensnares. So
Well, I would
I
say that
didn't
you
want to
have- you
damage
have-
the body.
4 of the 5 pieces
Okay,
that it
okay.
takes to get this this piece. This is hilarious. I love
Okay.
this so much.
Valenccya, VonVail, Noble Paladin, ends her turn.
Okay, that sounds good.
Did you get the
Uldar
last? The
is
I got
not
the
giving
play.
a shit about
Hold
the
on!
situation.
Crafting armor! Val is losing her shit.
it's slowly possessing your
Val?
mind as
Not
all the
listening
pieces
to
come
you.
up.
Beginning to
Val, be
dance
careful.
around
Val,
the
be
area.
careful of greed and
That's
help.
his turn. Vander is sort of looking at you
Vander,
at a
don't.
distance.
Vander, don't do it. Vander.
I don't know if he
Do not go
has
down
anything
there.
for this. Let me see. Can I see it? What's this? What's the range on that?
That's up to you, bro. In my mind, it's 10 feet away. I'm just reaching out to grab it. I want that armor.
I mean,
I'll give you my old armor.
I have
You get me the
stupid
last
ideas.
piece.
I hate that this is so easy.
Vander, don't.
Vander
Vander.
is going to look over the edge.
Vander.
He's going to flip open his book and say, where is that one? You know. And then he's going to snap his fingers as the face sort of appears. Right. Flips back in, switch to the right page, and he's going to begin to cast a spell. It takes an action. You would know this is telekinesis. It is a 5th level spell. He is going to lock on to it and then throw it up. And that is found.
Get back from the hole.
As it slams onto the ground in a muddy slap.
In the most horrid way to retrieve armor bit by body bit by body
You can
bit.
hear all the bones cracking on the inside.
So can
Yeah,
we,
that skeleton is for.
So do we give it a burial?
Yeah, guys, I feel
feel
really.
like
This
you
feels
should.
really disrespectful.
I'd say
Absolutely.
I feel bad about.
This wasn't my. Is it cursed?
I nudged Vander.
So, is this it? Do we?
I mean,
Should
we
we go?
found. I mean, unless we want
2
to
soul
try
points?
to drain the other portions of the way.
I could do one thing
I
before.
mean, we might as well.
I can do one thing before
Spixer,
we.
you got a really
pack
big
up.
boom.
Yeah.
I.
One that you're okay with parting to
Oh,
drain.
no.
away.
I have to make more. But I
What,
do have some
room?
smaller moves.
Let's do it.
I
Okay.
could do a detect magic and fly over the thing.
Oh yeah, just do a little
Little sweep.
How big is the
Little
pool? Is it big
surveillance.
enough?
Val's
It's about like
magic.
20 feet across.
Detect magic treasure.
Just do a little detect magic.
Yeah.
fly around there. You
I hop on
don't
the
see
broom
anything.
and I stay away from the deep areas where things could.
I mean,
How far does that penetrate?
It's out
Is it 5 foot?
30 feet. Sense magic. In this way, I can see the action to see the aura of it, and then I can see around a creature or object. So hypothetically, if there was something in there with something equipped.
Uh-huh.
Most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 common inch of metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
So basically, it's not
So
stopped by
if the
liquids.
ichor is like super dirty, then like maybe
It's kind of a magical thing. It's kind of all fucked up. I'll say that because of the level of it, you can see all the way to the bottom.
Okay.
Because it's not a lot. It's like about
Yeah.
at most 3 feet of this stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, you do sense
We can
there's
find
two.
one more
There's two
soul
sort of very infernal
Ooh.
things in there.
You
In the
can see the
shape of a
outline.
circle.
Oh.
One of them sort of lodged this way, and the other one's just sitting.
Like
Like a
coin-sized
half-covered
circles.
penny. I would say yeah. They feel and look like they might be soul points.
Cool. We spend the next 40 minutes playing Mage Hand, like
Oh,
Great,
I-
mage craze.
Great. Yeah. Like, hey Peter, 40 feet out, and
Alright.
like
Yeah, we can
30
just
to
make
the right.
that easy. Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
I love this. Great. Do we need to play this out?
2 more.
No.
2 more.
Okay, sounds good. You got
Two more?
4
Four?
total.
Hell
4
yeah.
total. You got the
And I'll mark that one as well. That was
thing
the
that you're
first
gonna have to clean, and
Oh, I don't think that's
Oh,
a high
prestidigitation.
priority.
Oh, thank you.
the get out of splash zone. You found a box of potions.
Yeah. Show those to Peter.
And
I
that's
don't
it. You
know
guys
if I
can easily
should.
get back to the car
That's
as
okay.
a now very angry throng of abyssal chickens
Oh.
begins to see your group
Probably should.
and has started to aggravate towards you.
Oh,
oh, turn on
Alright,
the sucker.
What's going on?
Turn on the grinder.
He's already in it, so
Good,
like
good.
manning the
Yeah, I
chomper.
got it.
Let's make some fucking nuggets.
And you spend the next 2 minutes chomping down a bunch of abyssal chickens.
oh my god.
Just a little bit of stress relief.
Lovely.
I'm trying not to enjoy this too.
Pretty easy task, right? Not too bad, not too hard, not too difficult. And as you guys find your way back, moving back in the direction that you had been, the mesa that holds the Scarlet End in it, is there anything you want to do?
I want to know, you had time to put the armor on, right?
Did you
I
want
would say
me
it's
to
gonna.
put it
We're
on?
gonna need a little bit of a cleaning.
Yeah, I
ceremony
don't know
here.
that I need to put this on right. Peter, I'm really attached.
Prestidigitation
Listen,
definitely helps.
I know
It's
you're not
still
an
there.
armor
Oh,
guy,
yeah, no, I
but
know.
armor's
It's
really
not a
personal.
It's
So
surgical
you can't just
cleaning.
expect me to
Ah.
like jump into this. I don't know
Full
this
spit
armor.
shine. I get it.
I don't know it.
So we did all that and you don't want it.
No, I want to get to know it. I
It
want to
is
get to trust
gleaming
it.
celestial silver.
Well, that's kind of cool. I mean, I will spend some time, looking at it, but I have armor. I'm in a committed relationship with my current armor. I don't need to be looking for... I'll take a
Val.
look at the armor.
Reminds me of Cleric Thomas. You know.
I don't want to talk
Oh.
about Thomas right now.
Okay.
Not in front of them.
I thought he was.
I thought it was fine.
I think-
I'll bring it up later. Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, about the chickens, we got them all taken care of. We got the armor, and you guys want me to look at it? You want me to put it on right now?
I guess
Let's
on our
make sure
way
it's
to the
clean
next.
first.
Let's scrub it.
What's next?
Old Vander's gonna begin to cast Identify
Oh.
on it.
And I'm gonna just help him clean it.
Sounds good.
Oh.
It
Oh,
is
baby.
adamantine full plate.
Shit.
It's adamantine.
Yeah, you can't be crit on, girl.
Ooh. I haven't put it on yet. I don't know that I trust this. What is this armor's name? What does she look like? I heard.
It's adamantine
I
plate.
heard you say skirt,
You
so
wanna
that.
search
Its
for
name
symbols?
is Cosplay Nightmare.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, roll a history. Or roll, history check.
Because I think you said Talos or
Tempest.
Tempest. Thank you. Religion. No way. 21.
Really?
Yeah, actually, yeah, really. Whoa. I never did. My guy Sylvanus on here. Do I see any Agma?
No. You do in the back of the helmet. Notice there's an inscription in Celestial that says, I guess I'm kind of gonna say, haloed into war. Gawathrian. The name of whatever fucking Celestial lived in this before. It died in it. Gawathrian.
Fell into demon.
I also say before we just pack up and chuck the body bits out, we set up a nice
Do a little
like,
ceremony.
please be okay, body.
You lay it in front of the demon grinder before you run over.
Disperse
Spray
it
it
to
into wood
ash.
chips.
Oh my god.
The noblest
True
of death for any
infernal
celestial.
funeral.
It's like a half skeleton because most of the bones are lost to wherever the fuck they flung to.
Well, he's at peace now.
He's at pieces now, you mean.
I wonder how he got here.
Rest in peace.
He died.
Well, maybe he was trying to make a difference, and he will now. To us, to me.
I
Once I
want
find
to
out.
feel bad, but I feel like he's probably been dead for a while.
I
Well,
will
it wasn't
also
doing
say
him any good.
you received a small crate of lesser healing potions.
Nice.
There is 9 of them in there. Potions
Ooh.
of healing.
Who wants to write all 9 down? Okay, you got it. Everyone's doing it, multiplying.
I don't need to do
We
it.
have
don't need
18,
that.
27 now.
Oh, I will say too.
We're about to get 7.
Did you? So
I'm gonna lob the bag of potions at you and go, not that you deserve it.
it's a box, just so you know.
I'm gonna lob the box at you
That's good.
and say that.
It's a big crate.
It's an iron box. It also is fairly complex.
Very cool. Iron. Hey,
I thought I had
iron is a
potions in
great item to
Is
have.
it like infernal iron?
Oh yeah.
It would block magical effects.
I'll keep it for now. Maybe
What's your passive investigation?
it's a lot. It's
That's my phone.
oh it is.
You can use my stats, but I don't recommend
I
it.
don't think I should. It's
Don't
a,
use
it's a
her.
24.
I really don't recommend
24.
it.
Yeah.
There is a compartment on the bottom that has not been released yet.
Wait. I stand really close.
That's good. I'm gonna have you roll a quick thieves' tool check. Or-
Peter is a trap.
Yes. As I
hope
whisper
it's a
and go in
spell.
with my.
I hope it's a spell.
Is Denactar helping me?
Yeah, all the time.
I heard your laugh and I was like, I could definitely do this.
I'm gonna go sit on the back of the vehicle.
I move away from whatever this is.
I'm done.
So 15 plus 17.
30?
32.
Yeah, 32.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
32.
There is a piece of metal that comprises the bottom. There's kind of two of them, and they look like they're fused together. But there is like sort of a way to shimmy the two side pieces so that they click and like offset each other. And with that, a spring releases the bottom. There's two things that happen. One, a potion slides out from the bottom as you catch it. And two, you notice that there is an inscription on the sheet of metal underneath that all appears to be infernal. The potion that you get, just give me 1 second. There it.
I'm loving
Sleepy beans. Sleepy beans.
Okay, perfect. So, the potion that comes out is a square crystal vial that appears to have these sort of like wicked edges on it. But it has a murky, sort of gilded, goldish bronze liquid in it.
I attempt to discern what this does.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check. Actually,
Use my alchemist tools.
yeah, that sounds great.
Hey, Denactar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I would change my affirmative yes to yeah.
What
It
is up?
feels more human.
I've used that quite a
Intelligence.
lot.
So 11 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5
Damn, girl.
is 24.
Okay. And you're just trying to discern what it is?
Yeah.
I'll say you don't get the benefits of an identify because you still have to do that. However, it does look like it grants sort of temporary hit points or some sort of like buff to you, to fortification. And there's something else in it. It's laced with the divinity or divine magic that you'd have to kind of suss out.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and the inscription's there too. It's just,
Potion of heroism.
you say that out loud.
Yeah.
Wait.
You have to find out with an identify, huh?
Wait, do I have all the healing potions too?
Yeah. You can add them all.
Sure.
Yeah.
Chuck them all at you.
Mine basic and Heidi gave us each
3 to someone.
I currently have 2 of the greater healing potions.
Okay, I wrote them down, but I
Or
don't
superior.
know who actually
Greater.
has them.
Greater, yeah.
Just make sure y'all have them written down somewhere because I have not kept track. And I will not.
I like your little cheese.
I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's very precious.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got 22 cheeses aging in my bag.
Peter, I want to look at so many people.
Did you?
I want to get a peek at that brother.
Did you give me one of those or no?
I'm right.
The other one, you know this.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give you one.
Oh, I just don't remember if you did earlier or not.
The next 2
When I
hours of
talked to
travel
you
are
earlier,
very
I don't remember.
light as you guys make
I had
it back
cheese.
to the, I would
You
say
can
it's
cast
a
scry with
disguised
cheese.
and guarded back entrance to the hangar.
We say the password again. We do the squiggly
Yeah,
doodle.
super easy. You got through. That's great. Did you want to do anything? You got it? All your questions answered? Anything else unresolved you want before you grab your team and hit the road again?
I'm ready.
I'm
I
ready.
think we're good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You gather the rest of your compatriots and squeeze.
We put in the soul coins.
Yeah, squeeze into the 3
Let's save
vehicles.
some of them.
Yeah, let's not.
Well, yeah, we don't use them all. I'm just saying.
Well, there's one going. There's one
Yeah.
already going.
Who is,
And then there's the other 2.
Yeah, we've still got another
How are we
2
traveling?
hours.
Can we negotiate another small vehicle to carry the whole team?
You absolutely can, and you do know who to talk to.
Because we have an extra. I don't know why I'm whispering like I don't want Hunter to hear us. We have an extra soul coin, right?
So
we
we
need to
found-
make the cars go.
4 total soul coins.
We used one.
We used one.
get
We
there.
have
But
5
we
total
found
soul
4.
coins. We have one
And that
at
soul
Grizzly,
coin that we
and
use
4 from the lake.
still has
20
20 hours.
22 hours because it was 2 hours to the lake.
and then 2 hours back.
Yeah. So 20 hours total.
Yep. So we got 20 hours left on the 1 soul coin. And we got 4 more soul coins. We have 1 that we could bargain with to get another vehicle.
Let me double check something here because I'm
Do
wondering
we
if
need more vehicles?
We need 1 more vehicle that can hold at least 2 people.
So you're bartering for another,
We just need a bike.
like 2 hell rides, or you could
is there
try
like
for
a?
something else.
Is there like an
Like a dune buggy?
Yeah, like an
You do have
ATV
a
go
dune
kart.
buggy. There
Can we
is
get
a
a
dune
go-kart?
buggy situation, and I know what it is,
That
and
could be a
I
cute
don't need
little-
to look for it.
A
or anything
tormentor?
like that. That might be it, but
That
I'm
sounds
just searching in the annals of my
correct.
mind, just real quick, because I think it's important to
Soul
double check.
As the camera captures you flipping through a book.
Flip,
Yeah.
flip, flip.
Exactly.
Try Google Games.
I mean, I already know. I just need to confirm with myself and the right page.
Tormentor.
4.
4 creatures.
There we are.
What
So
do you
we
want?
do have a yes. It would be a tormentor. Thank you so much for looking that up.
You're welcome.
Great. There's also a scavenger option if you'd like that as well.
Ooh, what's
It's
that?
a little bit larger and has a little crane on it. But the tormentor would probably be the easiest sell. So it's up to you to negotiate that if you'd like to start right now.
I just
It
give
is,
Peter backup.
Just
I'll
Yes.
interest of time, it is 8:40.
I know. I'm keeping an eye on it.
I'll support you in which vehicle you want to try and get. And
That guy's
Intimidate.
name that I know, that I shout into the...
Frezon.
Frezon. Fresno?
Frezon.
Frezon.
You hear sort of like a clamoring of various metal pots and pans as the horribly messy office that he had inhabited once again shakes to life. He appears to have been asleep in a pile of trash.
That's the first time I saw him too, right?
Before, yes, he wakes up, slams his hands on the desk, and says, "Ah, back again!
Okay,
That
yep.
offer you've been thinking about?
I need a tormentor. And I hold up the soul coin.
I need a promotion."
Well, work on it.
Oh, you're offering an extra coin. Seems like an odd trade. Full vehicle, just 1 piece of fuel.
I'm borrowing the tormentor. How about that?
So you're going to be returning it.
Yes, we have to come back here before we
Don't
go.
lie
if
to
we-
me!
What if we offer... We only need 1 more vehicle, technically, to fit everybody. So what if we switch out one of the motorcycles for the tormentor?
True.
sure.
So
What?
hell ride for tormentor.
Did you keep the soul
And
coin?
you're going to return it?
Not if we're not gonna return the others. I'm gonna come back here to just return one.
Were we planning on going right to the River of Styx after our engagement?
Yeah.
Well, we have to do the secondary engagement first.
I love game. You do know that if you take out the Warigashi, Bithraka will give you some sort of a boon. So you would assume you probably have to talk to him afterwards to get that boon.
So we gotta come back
Just so
here.
you know. You could send. Devils are watching. Just keep that in mind. But you could send for it too if you'd like. But it's up to you.
How about, for every vehicle we don't bring back, we'll give you a soul coin.
Oh.
Okay.
And for every extra vehicle we bring back,
You give us a soul coin.
I like those odds.
do we need soul coins? Is there
We
anything
don't-
else?
We just need it to get from point A
Fair
to
deal.
B.
Hands his hand over.
Well, hold on. She said the soul coin.
Yeah,
Come on, don't be shy. We're not talking to her. We're talking.
It is 1-to-1. It is 1-to-1.
1 for 1. You bring back vehicles. We give you soul coins. We have a lot. No need to worry. Come on.
So we gotta bring back the vehicles if you do this. Are you sure about that?
Fine. Okay.
Are you
Because
sure? Are you
we
sure
can
about
use
this?
we can use the soul coins as currency in the city of Dis.
Yes, but that's assuming. You
A
wanna- you
deal's
just wanna make
only
this
a deal if you shake on it.
You wanna make this deal, Peter?
Um,
I'm like holding my hand.
well, there's no written contract, right? Well, here I'm gonna write one up real quick, and I write for every vehicle the damaged goods brings back, we get 1 soul coin. And for every vehicle we don't bring back, we give a soul coin. And then I put in quotations at the bottom, nothing else can be taken from this deal. And I underline it.
A veritable devil.
And then I prick my finger and I smear it on it.
Write the names of the damaged goods for me.
Okay. I write down our names.
Which ones?
All of the damaged goods, including our entire party.
Say them to me
What?
now.
Vander.
The fucking
Starting
hell no.
What?
Nothing.
Say them to me now. Write them down. I need to know.
Okay.
Remember, my name's Grace.
Okay. Peter Finch.
Uh-huh.
Grace.
Okay. Are you attempting to lie to him?
Well, technically it's her name.
Oh, no, a deception check for
It
it.
is.
Would she put that on a legal
name?
document?
15.
We have. Yeah.
15.
Nuanen would.
Keep going with those names.
Grumpy. Gookie.
Oh
Tar.
my god, now you ruined it. Now it's ruined. Jesus. Is Grudj grumpy? I need to know, is Grudj grumpy?
What did you roll for deception?
A 15. And then
Oh my god.
Valenccya.
We could
You know I can read your mind, don't
I
you?
could have gotten away with that.
You know, you gotta give me credit though for trying.
My name is.
Alright,
I
I write down
wouldn't
the
be
actual
where I
names.
am right now if I weren't weaseled out of a deal or two.
You could read, right? I just write down all the names right and then I hand it over.
Do you write them all right?
I write them all
Scout's honor.
correctly, yes.
You include Vander, I hope.
Okay, so is it Vander and then you four?
No, Vander's not a part of it.
Okay, so it's just you four. True names.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And I
Did
did.
you write my last name or no?
I'm not even know your last name.
Okay, we're going full
Okay.
names here.
Ah.
We got it.
What
we
if they
got
don't know it? What if they don't know it?
I don't give a shit. But this is past the point of lies.
Alright.
He sussed out his stuff.
Alright.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
He grabs it from your hands,
So
looks it
good.
over, says, "You may look like you're new, but I think you'll get your bearings here." Swigs it, swirls it up into a little
Drinks
scroll, and reaches out his hands, his two fingers, and the scroll in the center. When he grabs your hand, he sort of pushes his nails into your wrist, causing a drop of blood.
Can I do the same? I
Yes,
got
you
nails.
absolutely can. You do the same, and you sort of drag and pull, and with that, the blood like touches both of your hands, and a little bit gets on this contract before it goes into flame.
Cool.
Oh, Peter, your first soul contract.
Fucking great.
You can
No.
take lot number 7. He sort of grabs one of the keys, throws it at you. Before you go over to a lot, we'll take a lesser one of those hell riders from you. And he picks Eeny Meeny Mo's, one of them. It does not fucking matter. I'm gonna say the purple one. There's no purple one.
Not the purple
Whatever.
one.
I know, right?
I choose the shitty one.
Going over to lot number 7, you do find a tormentor. It is not the best. It has sustained a little bit of damage. I would say its max hit points, right off the bat, because they're in the process of healing it, is 43 instead of 60. So keep that in mind.
43 instead of 60.
Yeah.
And that's on the hell, right?
That's on the tormentor, the one you just found.
Um,
Because you did not specify which one.
give me a sec. Where's the rules on healing?
The other thing I was wondering if my ASMR healing points can translate into healing vehicles.
I don't believe they can. I think
Okay.
you have to like actually
Probably
physically fix it.
healing, like you put your hands on a creature. If it's not a
Okay.
creature, it probably can't accept mine. That makes sense. Oh!
Yeah.
One thing above game, and Valenccya probably wouldn't have this on her mind. Do we have some sort of patch repair kit? Do we have like a flat tire? Do we have like a jack? Do we
I
have,
am not
like-
in charge of your items.
Did
I am not in
Nectar
charge
fix
of your.
things?
Yeah, I was
inventory.
thinking like maybe
Okay.
if they have like a patch kit, we could get like a.
You're gonna have to move it on your own.
I can do like
right?
baby blacksmithing and wood working. And
Nothing.
I think the
can't.
Nectar has stuff.
I can't.
However, because we're kind of reaching the
Yeah.
end of the evening,
Yeah.
I want to kind of expedite this. Is there anything else that anyone wants to do before we head the fuck out? No?
Packed up.
What time is it?
I'm gonna say it's getting to the evening by the time you get back. So it's like, what was it? It was like
We could ambush in the dark.
2 hours there, 2 hours back. So that's 4 hours. I would say
Twilight.
it's getting to the point where you guys want a long rest. It's been a full day.
What if we find a place to camp within like an hour ride of our destination?
Scout. Watch.
Maybe there's like a outcropping of rocks or something we could post up on or something.
Yeah. We ride.
Sounds good. So do you guys want to sleep on the road, or you guys want to sleep here?
We'll sleep on the road.
Road.
Okay.
Sleep
sounds
on the
good.
road. Take turns.
It's what, a good 7-8 hour ride?
our-
Yeah, it would be
Our
6
next
hours.
destination
6 hours?
would be to the Wagarashi
Yes.
fortress. Okay.
Stomachs churning. Machines grumbling under the weight of their passengers. Dust kicked up as your team travels across the wastes. You all feel that you're getting a bit of your bearings. This is the first time in the last few days that things have felt fairly normal as hell can be. And the threat of whatever dangers face you is on the horizon as you coast forward and as we end tonight's session.
Welcome to hell!
Goodbye!